Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero Hour and welcome back to the World Series 2020. We are here with a semi-final. So you would have seen the other day on my channel, we had XCal versus DK Crazy. I'm not going to spoil that result if you haven't seen it yet, but I am going to spoil the rest of the results in the rest of the tournament. So I'm going to show you the bracket. You probably want to skip 30 seconds if you don't want to see this. I'm going to show you the bracket in 3, 2, 1. So we're going to watch here today ViViD against BoYka over here. Definitely a high-level semi-final. ViViD has not taken an actual easy route to the semi-final. He actually played the game 0-3 in round 1, beating him 5-0. Then we had ViViD against Mr. X, where he's beat him 5-2. ViViD against Fargo, which was 6-5. Then ViViD against Google, which was 6-4. So Fargo and Google definitely good top players there, and Mr. X not an easy player to beat either. Then we also had on the other side BoYka against Staz, 5-0. BoYka against Firelord, 5-2. BoYka against Scuba, 6-3. Again, Scuba not an easy player to beat. BoYka against Logica, 6-3. And now we've got BoYka against ViViD. So yeah, Logica not an easy player to take down either, so a decent score there. So without further ado, let's jump back into the game. We're going to start here with game number 1. Got a nice scoreboard for you there, and we are in with Canyon of the Dead as the first map. So we've got BoYka in the red for the China tank in the top right hand position, and then in the bottom left we've got ViViD and the blue GLA Vanilla. So yeah, ViViD taking down Google. Must be in good form at the moment. I think I remember saying last time he's actually I think he told me he's only 19 years old. So probably one of the youngest players in the World Series, or definitely I think the youngest player remaining, at least, even out of the 4 in the quarterfinals. So yeah, let's see what's going to happen here. We've got BoYka sending a first truck. He's probably going to be looking for some workers with this second supply that he's made. We've got a war factory going down in his base and another war factory going down in his base. So he's probably going to be making another truck here. But what that does is just hinders your economy in the start a little bit. So he's only got $500 now. He's going to be able to make a tank, but that one is probably going to be delayed a bit because you have made that initial truck. So the initial truck is going to be looking around for some workers. You're going to find one. There is a more defensive one back here from ViViD. This worker here is going to get spotted by the truck, so that does go down. It's actually a really decent matchup, I think, GLA versus Tank. I always say like GLA versus Stealth is one of my favorite matchups as well, but I think GLA versus Tank is not far off being pretty balanced as well, especially on a map like this, where I think Tank can actually get in quite a good position, and once you get like a combination of helixes and ground units, it can be super strong and hard for GLA to deal with. Look like a scaffold deny there from BoYka. We've got a flamer here versus a terrorist. Terrorist does obviously go down. Sometimes terrorists does manage to force fire to ground and take out the flamer, but not in that case. Got a technical, going to re-drop off a worker over here, so that's good for ViViD. He's going to be able to finish that tunnel, and in the middle this flamer is going to meet probably with this tunnel, but there is a flamer sneaking past into ViViD's base here, choosing not to kill that worker. He's actually just going to go straight in. There's going to be 2 scorpions waiting there, so probably would have been better actually to take out that tunnel. Tunnel here for ViViD as well, and this flamer is going to kill the tunnel, but there's going to be a scorpion popped out which will help deal with it, and this tower helping as well. We've got a scorpion here taking out the flamer, getting close to his base, and we've got a tech RPG inside of BoYka's base. It is actually going to kill 2 trucks. That's a really nice pick off there, and BoYka now expanding to a 3rd supply. So a decent opener by both, but it's more of a decent defense, I would say, by ViViD, because the aggression from BoYka with the sneaky flamers has actually not succeeded. It's not easy to stop every single one of them. I mean, it looks easy as an observer mode. You can see them coming a mile off, but when you're playing without radar, it is pretty hard to stop them, especially with the truck rush denying the workers as well. So I'd say this is a decent opener for ViViD. He is looking very strong. BoYka obviously a well-established player over the last couple of years, becoming a real force to be reckoned with. So I'd say he's probably the more experienced and probably favorite going into these, but ViViD having taken down Google, probably Google was the favorite in that. So ViViD is full of or maybe not full of, but he's definitely caused at least one upset so far. Probably taking down Fargo is probably an upset as well, actually. I say upset like it's like the majority of people wanted Fargo to win. It's probably not like that. Upset just generally means the people expected Fargo or Google to win, but ViViD has kind of come out of nowhere and really shown us how to play some 0 hour. We've got a GAT down in the back of the base. He's going to try and hunt some workers, but has kind of stopped now. We've got Boyka really establishing himself on the map with a bunker and a barracks being placed down on the right. Got a load of workers being killed. So a bit of harassment from both players, actually. Nothing crazy, but we did have 2 trucks killed, and we've also had about 5 or 6 workers killed there as well. Flamer going to kill this tower at the top. There's a worker here with a, well, General's Gentleman. If you're a fan of theirs as well, you probably watch some of their stuff because they do cast some 0-hour replays from time to time. Although they have taken it off the stove, should I say, off the stove for a while. Put it on the back burner probably is more the right thing to say. But yeah, they call the empty outpost, they call it a scout post, and I suppose it is quite a scout post. It is quite a good unit for seeing the vision. They call it a scout post. We have got a helix up for BoYkaH, and this is what I mean when you get a decent ground army combined with helixes. But that said, though, where is BoYkaH's ground army? Because he doesn't look to me like he has a ground army at all. I think he's got probably 1 GAT and the so-called scout post out. He's collecting from this side. He's got 2 bunkers there, as well as this bunker here. So this is a nice defense from BoYkaH. It looks like they're really spread out and not protecting against very much, but a GLA army is probably not going to scrape past any of those without being hit by at least one of the bunkers, I think. Maybe you could squeeze a technical through here at the most, I think. Got 2 helixes out. We've got a propaganda center going down from BoYkaH. Looking perfect from both players so far. Some decent aggression tried by BoYkaH, but ViViD did handle it perfectly. I think if a supercomputer... I always say if a supercomputer played 0-hour, which one would win? And you probably would have to favor the GLA because it'll just be bunkery. It would make black markets go late game, and then GLA would just win. But the thing is, we have not got supercomputers. We've got human players, obviously, so I'm going off on a bit of a tangent there, but I do always like to say, like, imagine like Alpha Star from StarCraft 2 played 0-hour and played it perfect. How would that play? It'd be super interesting. Massive push here from BoYkaH now. He's got flamers as well as the helixes, and he is pushing ViViD back. He has lost a couple of quads, it looks like. There's probably 1 more going down. Decent push here from BoYkaH. I would like to see maybe the napalm upgrade. No napalm just yet. But ViViD's defense, once again, has been perfect. He's upgraded to a palace at a decent time as well. He's getting the oil in the bottom right as well. So looking like a decent opener. And maybe we have a new pro on the scene, to be honest. You probably could say ViViD's already mixing it with the pros. He did well in Clan Wars month. And he's doing well in this opener against BoYkaH. It does not look phased like by the... Some people get phased by the occasion. Maybe... few nerves and stuff, but ViViD looking like a super good opening here. We've got a black, sorry, not a black market. We've got a battle bus out into the same letter, almost there. Battle bus out. We've got 2 or 3 tunnels here actually protecting the oil. ECM, GAT, and Flamer army for BoYkaH. Both pretty even in terms of XP, but ViViD has killed a little bit more. No oil, no artillery platform for BoYkaH. Probably something he at least wants to start thinking about, and he is sending a dozer over there. So maybe he is going to put a barracks and a bunker here. Maybe a Gatling cannon, maybe. Another bunker going down for BoYkaH on this far right-hand side. The 3 helixes now up. And this is looking like it's going to shape up to be quite a big game. Both players are really bunkering into the map. But long run, like I said before, that is probably going to favor the GLA. Let's make sure we've got everything correct here. I like to have it on display 14 so you can see it nice and large numbers. The XP and stuff like that. 3 helixes. Lotus is now out as well. So weirdly, he did build a barracks there, but the Lotus was already coming from another barracks, wherever that one came from. From way over here, actually. There is a battle bus, but there's going to be loads of quads in here, so he doesn't want to hang around there too long. Just take a little bit of damage. 1 outpost did get picked off, and it's very, very cautious and like a chess match at the moment, actually. You may say in terms of map positioning that BoYkaH has an advantage. He has a little bit more control of the map. He has more mobility because of the helixes, but you could say the tunnels have mobility as well. This left-hand side now, there's a big quad, and burst pop, and I don't think this battle actually favors BoYkaH. He's actually flying in with a helix, but a little bit too soon. Just lose one helix. He's going to carry on the flame wall. Tunnel. Battle bus is firing. The quad is firing. I think that's permanent. Oh, it's not permanently disabled. It's got the ECM on it. So I think BoYkaH has a bit of a trade-off on both. It's hard to see who's coming out on top. But now that helix has killed that battle bus, you'd probably say you'd give it to BoYkaH. Probably, if you could rewind the game, you probably still would take that engagement. Killing the battle bus fully now. One battle bus tries to get disabled by the ECM, but the battle master already gets picked off. There's a few RPGs here just fighting. BoYkaH's now going to go back. But yeah, what I was saying is the longer this game goes on, you probably, well, you definitely will give more of an edge to GLA. So at the moment, the way markets are on the way, you probably would give the favor to GLA the way the game is going. But if BoYkaH retains control of here and stops ViViD collecting from these piles here, then he does have an economic advantage because he will be stopping him collecting, whereas BoYkaH seems pretty unfazed in getting these at the moment. So BoYkaH could sell the main, so the second to main supply there if you wanted to. He could also get this. He actually has. ViViD has not captured this reinforcement pad, which actually would be good. I think it drops off. Is it either a Scorp or a quad for GLA Vanilla? I think it's a quad, but I do always get mixed up. Demo bikes for Demolition General. But I think the first game in a tournament series is always very important, no matter who wins this, because it's kind of... if you lose your first game and you really put everything into it, then it's kind of like a mental thing. You've lost the first game, you've got that negative feeling now, you think, oh my god, I've just tried everything possible, I've just played my absolute A game and I still lost the game, you know, when I really wanted to win it. No matter what the matchup is, you still want to try and get that edge. So if you're going to play with like an imbalanced matchup on the first one, you could say this is slightly imbalanced, being GLA's stronger. But you probably want to start with the stronger army first, get the win under your belt, and then you can push uphill and try and win that second game. Scuds from very long range, taking out the bunkers now. So ViViD handling this perfectly. BoYkaH being super bunkery over this side. Maybe dropping down too many bunkers because he did that in a recent challenge. Not going to mention which games will spoil, but he did drop down a lot of bunkers in a recent challenge. And it did cost him that particular match. So I'm just wondering, is he going to do the same here? He doesn't have that many ground units out on the map. And ViViD is taking out these Battle Masters, which give loads of XP. And BoYkaH's thrown away another Helix there. This is looking super solid from ViViD. I'm actually... I would actually be afraid of facing this. If I was the tank in this position, I would be afraid. This is nothing easy to deal with. Definitely looks like it's slipping in favor of ViViD. But BoYkaH is known for being super good at GLA, prides himself on having good GLA play, so I have no doubt in the reverse that BoYkaH is expecting that he can win it, but he definitely will want to be taking this game as well. We want to try and take every game in a tournament setting. Says me, who quit after about 2 minutes with a bad opener against Shay. But yeah, trust me, you want to try and win every game where possible. Yeah, just the fact that ViViD is making scud launches as well, so he's remembered to get the general's promotion from there. People out of habit kind of just skip past scud launches. I'm probably guilty of that sometimes as well. Have been remembering recently to drop them down sometimes, but a lot of people just skip past them and they go straight for like bounty. But ViViD really putting in the scud launcher work here. One is going to get picked off. A few battle masters pushing forward here. Not enough ECMs though. There's only one ECM, but so that's the thing. That's the consolation that you got to make, if that's the right word. Probably not the word actually. That's the thing you got to concede. You've got to concede a slight ground army reduction because you're going to go air and going to make helixes as well. Got Lotus running around dangerously close to that tunnel. And we've got a few vetted units here as well. But these battle masters, they give away so many XP that ViViD is on 3,100 now. These scud launchers from range coming in and dealing the damage. And even Lotus went down there as well, actually. So ViViD is like way ahead in terms of XP now. He's approaching 5-star. Unless BoYka has got something amazing planned, I'm struggling to see how he is going to deal with this amount of markets. We've got artillery coming across the map. BoYka flying over and healing his units with the speaker tower from the helix. Artillery comes in and does kill one scud launcher. RPG's getting ready to push here, but there is a Gatling cannon there, so it won't be that easy. ECM comes in and disables the scud. Battlemaster going to get picked off here, probably by the quads and the RPGs. Battle bus coming in over here. And I'm afraid that BoYka is losing all the engagements. Maybe, again, a little bit too passive as a tank. He's trying to play it super solid, and there's nothing wrong with playing super solid. I probably prefer that playstyle over anything. But just in this case, it's just not working out against ViViD's masterclass of a GLA so far. I've got Lotus over here now. I swear she went down just literally seconds ago, so maybe she's been rebuilt. Well, obviously she's been rebuilt if she did go down. Okay, so she's now going to be getting the oil as well as the artillery platform. Okay, so he does have 2 oil advantage now, but he is loads of economy behind because of the market situation. So ViViD not wanting to take any risk. He's literally just going back to... What is he going to do? Defend against the artillery platform? Maybe he just wants to kill the artillery platform. He's just going to kill it because I suppose the defense he's got anyway with the scud launchers, the battle bus, and the quads. He's got AP ammo, by the way. He's also got 5k, 6k, so his income is massive. He could even drop down AP rockets, junk repair, all of that stuff to make his stuff even stronger. So BoYka's going to hang in there. But it really looks to me like ViViD is going to be taking this game. We've got a few Battle Masters being dropped off. He doesn't. Oh, he does have the autoloader upgrade. I didn't think he did. So yeah, maybe the Helix Ground Army combo is not working out on this map. Maybe you need a map with slightly more money. Because on this map, even though it looks like there's loads, it's actually that one runs out very quick. So really, it's like kind of 2 supplies. I'm not even sure if the second supply is even full at the start of the game. Maybe we can check in reverse. It's like 2 supplies with some crates. I mean, it looks like 3, but is it really a proper 3? It's not a proper 3, really, is it? I suppose you do have the oils on the artillery platform. BoYka's coming in with an attack here, but ViViD just had so much money a minute ago, so no doubt he spent all of that on units, I reckon. Helix is now coming in. There's more battle buses out. No junk repair from ViViD just yet. BoYka's floating at almost 6k. Not making any hackers. Battlebusters get picked off there by the autoloaders from the Battlemasters. And ViViD, I suppose, it is getting pushed back right now, but is ViViD going to be able to defend against this? With the economy that he's got, he should be able to. Even if he throws away some stuff, he could use the Anthrax bomb. Does he have a command center? Yeah, have we seen the first mistake there from ViViD? He does not have a command center. Are you joking me? Wow, he does not have a command center. He's level 5. Okay, that is crazy stuff from ViViD. That's a big mistake and a big oversight. It was actually perfect until I just spotted that. Unless it's been captured by the Lotus, but I don't think it has. To be level 5 and not have command center is absolutely insane because you're throwing away all your adrenaline promotions, but especially the bounty that you could have had since level 3. So that's massive if that is the case. I don't think he's getting the XP from killing these. Let's see. Sorry, the money from killing these. Yeah, he's not. So, oh, actually, maybe he did from that. He got $75. So maybe he does. Maybe he has it. Maybe the command center was sold by the Black Lotus, forced to be sold by the Black Lotus. He's still flying around, going to come in and pick off the Vet 3 Scud Launcher. Battlemaster here going to get picked off. Or maybe run away, actually. Probably run away. Helix is here. Going to get picked off. Oh, why did you make it survive? Oh, quits anyway. BoYka GG's. Maybe because BoYka GG in the game, because obviously we're not watching live here. So yeah, GG. Well played to ViViD. He takes game number 1. Pretty decent masterclass. What I might actually do is a little bit later on, I might check the replay to see if he made a CC at all. I think he would have placed it to make the to get the bounty, but then after that, I think he would have cancelled it. But yeah, he didn't have Anthrax or Sneak Attack at the time he needed it, and if he maybe comes up against a slightly better player later on in the finals, maybe, then maybe that'll come back to bite him. But yeah, otherwise, masterclass from ViViD, really, really decent. GG, and he takes game number 1. Okay, jumping into game number 2, we have in the top right, ViViD in the blue with the China tank. In the bottom left, we have BoYka in the red with the GLA Vanilla. So one of his favorite factions, or actually his favorite faction. Any of the GLA factions, but GLA Vanilla, pretty strong all round. I think Toxin probably considered the strongest of the GLAs, but GLA Vanilla definitely definitely a good all round general. You can stealth your tunnels and stuff like that. We're gonna have a aggressive supply placement from ViViD here, and he is going for the truck crushers. Seems to be kind of a new meta developing here. Maybe you could say Excal has revived it. Excal with the aggressive trucks in a lot of the maps, and ViViD is gonna do exactly the same here, right in the middle of the map, and then dropping down a war factory behind it. So no doubt this work is going to be crushed. Is BoYka going to react accordingly, though? He is moving the truck, sorry, not the truck, he's moving the GLA worker away, and the truck is running away. Ooh, TNT from the terrorist actually does miss, and the truck is going to get deep inside of the base of the BoYka. We have the other truck going to go to the unsafe supply, or the second supply. This truck is going to be denied from the boxing. And this truck probably is going to get in and kill probably at least 1 or 2 workers, I imagine. It's going to kill 1 there. And the back of BoYka's base, the other truck, this one is going to go down. That's bad control there by ViViD, because I'm sure he could have actually just gone around and delayed BoYka for longer. But actually what he's done, I suppose, is sacrificed the terrorist. Now this truck is going to be causing some damage. But here, ooh, it does kill the flamer, unfortunately. That's not good news for ViViD. That flamer needed to do big damage, because that was pretty much the only unit that's going to be keeping BoYka in a defensive position for now, but the terrorist did stop it. So that's good luck for BoYka, really. Or good defense by him. But yeah, sometimes the terrorist does just completely die, and the detonation actually kills the flamer as well. But here it looks like that flamer is going to go down as well, and I think BoYka is probably then going to get a super tech. Actually, the first scrap does disappear. Sneaky worker in the back of ViViD's base. 1 scrapped up tech, and the outpost is pushing forward. The terrorist here, deep in the back of BoYka's base, sorry, ViViD's base, is going to kill 2 trucks. That might be a killing blow, actually, because that's 50% of ViViD's economy gone, and BoYka is now stabilized on 2 supplies, with a scrapped up tech running around. If he picks off this outpost, he might actually get a super tech as well. So yeah, that terrorist from BoYka was really, really decent. And now ViViD is not going to get the scrap denied. That's going to be a super tech. And it looks like actually BoYka is going to come out on top on pretty much all of these engagements. It is more of a risky build order, because if you don't achieve much, like ViViD has not so far, then you can pretty much anticipate that it's going to be an uphill battle from there. You need to achieve that damage early on if you're going to do this forward supply and aggressive war factory. But this flamer coming through now is going to probably go down to the super tech. There's a GAT over here. It's going to get picked off. So ViViD's ViViD's attack is just not proving good enough. And now there's an attack in his own base. There's still sending GATs to the middle of the map, but he needs to react to this actually. So ViViD's he's only built 1 truck. It's not the perfect supply placement. The power's going down. The supply's going down. There's a GAT coming back to defend this, but there's a Scorp there, so that's going to be so hard to deal with. Power needs to be dropped down by ViViD before it actually does go down. He's actually got his 3rd supply over here, actually. Power going down now, but it's a little bit late, because now that power is going to be built at 50% the rate. That supply probably sell it, rather than let BoYka get the XP. Flamer going to come in, and the RPGs are going to get flamed down. Probably will kill a few, maybe all. Only 1 truck collecting here from ViViD. So whilst the first game was a definite masterclass, it would give the advantage to GLA, and GLA are just coming out on top here. ViViD just went for the more aggressive build order and didn't work out. So he's now in a really bad situation with these 2 tunnels deep in the back of his base. His base is kind of split in half, really. This tech RPG, super tech RPG rather, is causing big damage. But BoYka dropping down another arms dealer, be it a fake. BoYka just checking for the mines there. Now killing the 3rd supply. So ViViD is going to be left on just 1 very, very soon. Those are just run away and escape, but I think this might be BoYka's game, because how is ViViD going to clear this? There's now Scorpions with the Scorp rocket. The Super Tech is back in the mix now to help defend this. There's another tunnel going down in his base. The second arms dealer is complete, probably now upgrading to be a real. Got a third supply from BoYkaH. He's also, I thought he was getting a palace, but he's not. It's just a second arms dealer. There's a gat here. Super Tech actually might get picked off, but it does pick off one truck, and it does escape into the corner of the map. Super Tech does get caught out, and all the RPGs are actually going to go down. Those are taking a little bit of damage. There's an outpost here going to get picked off, going a little bit too close to the tunnel. A little bit too close for comfort. BoYkaH sending some RPGs forward here on the top side of the map. So BoYkaH now pushing with a decent amount of quads, decent amount of scorps, just the right mix. RPGs in there too, and it's just going to take out pretty much everything for ViViD. ViViD's going to take out probably a few scorps with him. Maybe a few RPGs if he targets with this gap properly, but he's not. He's actually targeting down the scorp. Scorp's now going to go back. Now there's a battle master there, but if his RPGs just target down the battle master, that can go down easy. This gat here probably could get in the supply line and cause a little bit of economic damage, a little bit of distraction, but he doesn't. Just GG's. So BoYkaH takes that one. He's going to equalize it to 1-1. Got to look at units destroyed, units destroyed, units lost is very, very even actually. But probably a few of them were probably workers, so probably not that meaningful. Whereas I think BoYkaH did take down, like, obviously he took down buildings, took down 3 buildings where ViViD didn't. So it's just a more aggressive build order from ViViD, trying to win the game quick rather than let it go late game, because we saw what happened when it went late game in the previous game. So yeah, ViViD didn't want to let it get to that situation, so it goes 1 apiece. Okay, jumping into the next game then, we are on Arctic Lagoon, a map by Jundi. Actually, I don't think the original was by Jundi. I think it was actually by Relax. On the top, we've got the blue China Infantry General for ViViD. In the south, we've got China Vanilla using the Frenzy on China Vanilla actually, which is interesting. So we got, yeah, the red China Vanilla for BoYkaH. Interesting use of the Frenzy, because they are playing with well, what you don't probably realize as an observer is that the first 2 games were actually played on Revora, and then these games here have been played on Game Ranger. So I think they had some kind of lag issues or something like that. So I'm assuming that's why they switched. But yeah, interesting use of the Frenzy. Even though they're playing on Game Ranger, it looks like they've played random and then they've gone back in and read the game with the same armies. So they know their armies, but the Frenzy will be used to see where that first dozer is going. I think that's why he's used it, but yeah, very, very interesting. We've got 2 War Factory built from ViViD. Oh man, BoYkaH, I do not like this. 2 airfields. I mean, can that work? I think this is a bit of a weird build order from BoYkaH. I don't think you will have practiced this, because I don't think you can keep up the spam on the 2 airfields. I think the best way of dealing with this 2 War Factory build is a barracks and a refinery. Sorry, not what am I on about? A refinery? What the hell am I on about? I've been playing too much CNC Remastered. A barracks and an airfield. I think that's the best way of dealing with it. But I might stand corrected. Maybe BoYkaH has mastered this. He's making a Red Guard and tank hunters. But the problem is, are these MiGs going to be out in time? So this 2 War Factory build pretty much just kills China Vanilla all the time. But so maybe that's why BoYkaH is trying this unorthodox build. Generally, you don't see 2 airfields. Generally, it doesn't work that well. So you see here, the second MiG already is late. This one's going to come over here and hit. I just don't know if BoYkaH's got enough to keep up that spam. I think it's better probably to invest in more infantry, maybe. I mean, I might stand corrected. Let's see if he can hold it. He's holding it so far. He's holding this right side. MiG comes in on the left. He does take out the flamer there. Down the middle, we've got a tank hunter taking out a dozer there for ViViD, and there is another 2 units coming out here for ViViD. It's going to be the first outpost. It's going to have tank hunters here though for BoYkaH. How is he going to stop this one on the left? So the red guard here. Actually, BoYkaH might stand corrected. BoYkaH might be inventing a new build order that is actually going to work here. But this outpost getting deep in the back is going to take out at least probably 3 MiGs, I think. Trucks going down there for BoYkaH, and this one does get in the back. It's killing 1 MiG. 2 MiGs. 3rd MiG does manage to take off, and there is another MiG over here as well, so that's probably the benefit of... Oh, no, he's going to land, and there is a tank hunter still there. Flamer here is going to try and take out the dozer of BoYkaH. I think he does have another one. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that one's gone down as well. Power going down. It looks like Boyka's being overrun, which I kind of expected, to be honest, because this 2 War Factory build from China Infantry, it's just kind of insane. It honestly is so hard to stop for China Vanilla. I think your best chance of stopping it is either 1 airfield, 1 War Factory. Yeah, I mean, look at this. I told you that's a weird build order from BoYkaH. I think he kind of panicked in thinking that there was going to be 2 War Factory spam. And kind of panicked. I've tried that build a few times before myself, and I don't think it works. Hence, it didn't work there as well. Maybe BoYkaH could have stabilized and made it work. But I think if you want to try that, you need to do 1 airfield, 1 barracks, and you need to do more infantry. I think there's another 2 ways you can deal with it. And you do 2 War Factories yourself, and you spam outposts and GATs, and you try and pop open his units before they get anywhere near your base with your outposts. So you sacrifice them, and then you try and clear it up with the GATs and flamers as well. So it's no way going to be easy. Because that 2 War Factory build from China Vanilla, it's from China Infantry, is just insane. Do you remember China Infantry's got another option as well? He can just go a Helix as well, which could wreck you. There's so many options for China Infantry. It's definitely an imbalanced matchup. And BoYkaH did a good attempt, but that outpost that sneaked down the left side, that's just a little bit too much. It's unfortunate for BoYkaH, but yeah, interesting dynamic. I suppose one other way you can deal with it is 1 War Factory, 1 airfield. Which sounds weird again, but you can make like an outpost as your first unit and then a few GATs behind it. And then in combination with your MiGs, and then you drop down a barracks after it. They're the different build orders that I know to deal with it. And it is possible because I did it on a recent stream against the pro player as well. I think it was, I can't remember if it was like Sexy or Firelord or something like that. But yeah, it's a difficult build order to deal with. Let me know what you think. But yeah, BoYkaH does concede that one, and ViViD goes 2-1 up. Okay, jumping into the reverse then, we have ViViD in the south now with the China Vanilla. Let's see how he's going to deal with this differently. And then in the north, we've got BoYkaH in the red with the China Infantry. So I'm expecting 2 War Factories again from BoYkaH. I've seen him in a few challenges recently, and he tends to check replays and then copy the same build order. I reckon he will do the same build order with the 2 War Factories, so I think it's really hard to stop, as I mentioned previously. Difference here is, though, that we had no Frenzy, and actually ViViD's gone for a more aggressive build order. Probably going to be a War Factory in the middle, and maybe he's going to do a Flamer straight down the middle and probably to 1 of the War Factories, or maybe straight to the power. Let's see. It is an aggressive War Factory. I wonder if BoYkaH is doing a Waypoint Scout. We can actually see, I think... Yeah, he's Waypoint Scouting. You see that? He's Waypoint Scouting, so he's realized there's no supply there, so you can see that. Then here. Yeah, he knows. You see, unable to reset rally point. He knows there's a War Factory here, so he knows exactly what's coming. That's really, really interesting. And you probably won't see a lot of other casters. I'm going to give myself a shout out there. You probably won't see a lot of other casters doing that and seeing that. So we now know that BoYkaH knows full well what's coming. But if we flick to BoYkaH's view, he should have no idea, but with that Waypoint Scout, he does. But there is going to still be a Flamer here. Is that outpost going to be able to stop that Flamer in time? BoYkaH should be fully aware that that's coming, and it looks like he might be able to stop it. He is reacting to this perfectly. Flamer straight down the middle, and there is a Helix out now, and he is coming... Okay, this is another weird build order, man. Okay, he's dropping a Flamer. Wow. This is some weird build orders, man. I think the pressure is sometimes getting to people in these imbalanced matchups, and they're just trying really weird stuff. This Flamer is going to go deep in the back of the base, but this is so unorthodox and so random. Maybe you have to try something random in these imbalanced matchups to try and make it work. Flamer is going to get in, but this isn't all in. Once that goes down, I think that's GG. If that Flamer goes down, even if the War Factory goes down, so what? Because ViViD's left on one supply. Both War Factories are going to go down. And there are still 2 tank hunters here. So actually ViViD's doing big damage. 2 War Factories down. Outpost popped open. This Flamer here is doing absolutely nothing though. Needs to get the Flame Wall in now and kill that power plant. Another War Factory going down for BoYkaH on the right. This is an exciting game. But his War Factory's gone down behind this, so... This is a weird dynamic between these 2 players in this series, and I fully understand like ViViD's mentality. It's kind of like he's 2-1 up at this point. Okay, I'm in an imbalanced matchup. That's what he's thinking. I can afford to throw away the next game. That's what he's thinking deep inside. I might stand corrected, but that's what I fought in a few tournaments in the similar position. So therefore, I can afford to try and do something weird, and even if it doesn't work out, I've got that extra game to kind of throw away. I mean, I might be wrong, but that's the kind of like subconsciously you do have that in the back of your mind. That said, though, the game isn't even over. He does have 2 MiGs out, so maybe he is maybe behind this he is stabilizing, and he does have 2 MiGs up. Let's see if he is able to. I thought he would be out, to be honest. As soon as them 2 flamers went down, I thought he would be out. But actually, both players are restabilizing, but ViViD does not have very much out. You just have these MiGs. Will he take out this outpost? Takes out the outpost. MiG still flying around on this right side. So actually, maybe I counted ViViD out too soon. Looks like if he gets up to 4 MiGs especially, he's certainly still in this. Needs to drop down a war factory probably pretty soon. He's going to garrison this building on the left, and he's also sending an RPG, or a tank hunter to the middle, sorry. Ooh. Loses 1 MiG, which actually I suppose is actually not that bad. If he gets onto napalm, I actually put him in a really good position. I think for one of the first times ever, I've counted a player out way before than he's actually out. If BoYkaH wants to play this perfectly, you could move one of those tricks over there to that crate. There is a tank hunter here from BoYkaH. Is he going to be able to take out a dozer or one of these trucks? ViViD might be queuing up a red guard now to try and deal with that. ViViD is going to send a GAT, and he's going to deal with that. Those are going to get picked off there for ViViD. The MiGs are coming in. BoYkaH's now expanded to a 3rd supply, so BoYkaH is probably getting the economic advantage here. But another airfield is going down, and I would like to see ViViD get napalm, because these MiGs reload twice as fast with the napalm. Not a lot of people know that, but MiGs do reload a lot faster with the napalm. And actually, once you've fired your shot, if you upgrade to napalm whilst they're empty in the air, and the upgrade completes whilst they're in the air, then you actually you get a free reload in the air without touching on the airfield. So there's some fun facts for you. I think I'm quite disappointed in myself counting ViViD out before he was out. I thought he would have GG'd after that, but somehow Mr. ViViD is still definitely in this game. I mean, once you get onto napalm MiGs, it's going to be real hard to stop China Vanilla. And then that'll take him to 3-1 up if he does manage to pull off this. This will be insane. Insane play. Showing us how to beat the 2 war factories. Outpost almost get taken out. Actually, Outpost is getting taken out. This game is definitely slipping in ViViD's favor. Look at his XP. I am super impressed. Outpost and a GAT. Going to take out this outpost. This flamer is actually going to get here. And BoYkaH once again dropping down all these bunkers. Is he overdoing it with the bunkers, or are these bunkers necessary? If he puts the tank hunters in there, it should stop this flamer. Is he going to stop it in time, though? It looks like it might sneak past. Nah, it's not going to sneak past. ViViD might be able to take out a dozer. Ooh, he does. He takes out the dozer. That's not the last one. There is another one here. Napalm's still not out. He is on 2 airfields now. And he's also got GATs and outposts out. He's looking in a strong position. If I was BoYkaH, I'd be feeling the pressure right now. And then you're gonna... Oh, sorry. Red guard. Sorry, I will get there in a minute. Red guard capturing the oil there on the left. Flamer going to get picked off here for ViViD. MiG's going to take out that flamer. And the XP is very, very close. He probably wants to think about upgrading to a command center now. It's something that he didn't do in the first game with the GLA. I did check that replay, by the way, the GLA. And he did place down a command center to get the bounty, but then after that he cancelled it, so he didn't have the anthrax and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, no command center. He's on 3-star now, so definitely needs to be dropping down that command center because he will have carpet and artillery, which is super powerful at this stage in the game. ViViD does have the oil capture upgrade, so the capture upgrade is going to be trying to capture this. And he's going to go inside of this building with his spare one. The minigunner there from BoYkaH is going to deny that. But BoYkaH's got a slight economic advantage because he does have this supply here. All of those MiGs, though, could take out actually that bunker there on the right side. Black Lotus now out from BoYkaH. He's going to capture that oil instead of those red guard. And the bunker does get taken out. And there's actually a load of stuff inside of there. Outpost is going to come in and engage this flamer here. Napalm is now up, by the way. Which, yeah, as I said, the big difference there is not only do they do way more damage, but actually they reload twice as fast, which is insane. Now, here comes the moment of truth. If ViViD manages to hold against this, maybe use the carpet in conjunction with the MiGs, probably would be dropping mines down on these buildings, because if this gets in the base, that's going to be problematic. There is an assault troop crawler. Oh no, the carpet's used out of position. BoYkaH has dodged it. The MiGs are coming in from the right. Outposts pretty much all taken down, but all the MiGs have gone down. That is bad news for ViViD, especially at this stage in the game. Amazing push from BoYkaH, and all of the MiGs have gone down, and the power very, very low. Artillery coming in, the power's gone down. This is what I mean about the mines. He should have dropped down the mines because he's had the money. So if you drop down the mines now, it would stop this army from pushing here in this position. But no mines. Oh, after that amazing play from ViViD in the beginning. It looks like infantry is coming out on top. ViViD is trying to muster a defense as desperately as he can. The dozer is picked off there. Airfield is now under threat. Lotus is coming in, capturing the CC. BoYkaH is pulling this back. Oh my god, what a game. That was insane. That rush from ViViD, next level stuff. I thought it was kind of an all-in, but then he somehow got up to that 2 supplies. I'm honestly amazed how that game went so long and how ViViD was doing so well. But then that comeback from BoYkaH from being almost pretty much, I wouldn't say dead, but I would give ViViD a big advantage in the second half of that game when he got all their MiGs out. Because when you get them napalm MiGs, I've said many times before, there's pretty much nothing you can make as trying infantry that can defend against that many MiGs. And I think ViViD's mistake was hanging around in his base and letting that army get too close to his base. You want to strike it as soon as it starts coming across. That's when you want to hit it. You want to pop open the outpost and kill all the guys inside of it before it gets close to your base. But yeah, absolutely insane. BoYkaH showing us how to come back from an almost defeat, but also ViViD showing us how to defeat the or how to at least combat the 2 war factories there from China infantry. Amazing game and amazing, just amazing. Okay, so jumping into the next game, and we have China infantry again for blue ViViD. In the south on Summer Arena. In the north, we have BoYkaH in the red with the China nuke. So you could say another imbalanced matchup. Definitely more imbalanced than the previous game, I would say, because Nuke is pretty weak against infantry, especially in the early part of the game. The only thing that Nuke has kind of got for him, if he goes late game and he gets over to Overlords and ECMs, they actually are not so bad against outpost ECMs with the correct micro, as long as you keep ECMs moving. And you also have the options, if it goes super late game, you can get the nuke MiGs, and then they work wonders against infantry because they pop open pretty much any ground unit that China infantry can make. So we've got fast barracks from actually both players, making some tank hunters. Probably going to try and get some map control and maybe try and bunker off some of the sides. 2 tank hunters from the middle. For ViViD, going to try and get inside of both of these towers, but actually BoYkaH is going to get there first on this side. So on the left-hand side, we're going to probably see a bunker from ViViD. He's going to put 2 tank gunners inside of there, so that will be nice and solid. Also, you get the mines as well for free. Remember, we're China infantry. 2 perfect supply placements from BoYkaH, although that one could be a little bit more perfect, but it looks pretty good. Here, ViViD, the new supply maybe a little bit too close. Let's see if they even out. Let's hope so. And on the left, looks a bit iffy as well, actually. So his economy will be slightly behind BoYkaH at the moment, because BoYkaH has got 2 perfect supplies. On the left, we've got this bunker. Is that going to be garrisoned, or is that going to be garrisoned? Oh, he's going to garrison both, actually. Another tank going to come in over there now. We've got a flamer from BoYkaH straight down the middle of the map, and then a battle master down the left. We've got another barracks from BoYkaH on the left. And that first flamer does go down. This garrison is still now held by ViViD. On the right hand side is expanded to a fast 3rd supply, and that's something you can kind of capitalize on when you're infantry. If you are just playing standard, you can pretty much anticipate the nuke's either going to do some kind of crazy all-in, or if he tries to play standard, he's going to play super bunkery and try and go late game. So therefore, you can expand to a faster 3rd supply than your opponent, and you can see that here by BoYkaH not having that fast 3rd supply. This outpost has got deep in the back of the base and actually killed 1 battle master. This GAT is actually very low. Killed the flamer in the middle as well, so it's actually killed 2 units so far. He's going to chase down the dozer, but is he going to get it? Let's get a few hits, and he's going to try and kill this barracks now, maybe. He's now going to run away. Minigunner is now going to fight what? The tank hunter. So he's going to kill the tank hunter and then probably try and run away. He's going to kill maybe the red guard. Now it does get taken out. This outpost now carries on its journey. Causes more damage to these gats. And this is a pretty powerful attack from ViViD. Nothing crazy special, apart from that minigunner usage, which there was pretty nice. But he has just filled an outpost and just sent it down the middle of the map. And you can anticipate that from infantry. But let's see how BoYkaH's going to handle this. It has killed a few units. But BoYkaH overall has probably handled that pretty well. He did lose a truck here, and he did lose like 2 or 3 tanks. But overall, I think actually that's a pretty decent opener from Nuke. But ViViD now does have the advantage. Obviously, he's got the better army. He's got the faster third supply. Third supply now going down for BoYkaH, but the propaganda center is now finished. So are we now going to see a Lotus, or are we going to see Overlord ECM? Another build order you could have seen from the Nuke is actually, because the Red Guards obviously build in 2, you can actually build 2 lots of Red Guard and just go for all of the oils. And the infantry is not going to have an easy time trying to stop all of them. But probably going to see Overlord's ECMs now. We've got Lotus from the infantry player, which is ViViD, taking over that first oil. And as soon as he's on 3 supplies, getting Garrison in the middle, getting these oils, that's a really deadly position that you probably don't want to be facing as Nuke. This Flamer might get taken out. We don't have any subliminal messaging yet, but we do have a propaganda center from ViViD. Lotus is going to capture another oil. ECM Battlemaster from BoYkaH is going to lock down this Flamer. The ECM is going to get disabled though, and the Battlemaster is going to go in and try and suicide on the Lotus, but does get picked off. Does cause quite a bit of damage though to the ECM, so does push ViViD back at the moment. But I would still say BoYkaH's at a big disadvantage, because if you just look at the map, just look how much blue's on it. We've got a Helix now from ViViD as well. On the right side, the oil's going to be captured by ViViD. The bunkers... sorry, not by ViViD, it's actually by BoYkaH this time. Oil capture just come in. The Lotus is taking quite a bit of damage. Is the Lotus just going to run on the mines? Ooh, massive mistake there from BoYkaH. He probably, because he's paying attention in the middle, just ran straight over the mines. Okay, no Red Guard veterancy from BoYkaH, which might be handy if you are making loads of Red Guard. No Overlords out, and no second truck there, and no second truck here. Oh man, that is bad. BoYkaH, what are we seeing? You are missing a truck on 2 of your supplies in the semi-finals of the World Series. I mean, it's easy to do. Actually, if you watch one of my World Series games, I won't tell you which one, but one of them I actually forgot to make a truck for most of the game as well. Sometimes the pressure does get to you a bit, and you forget even simple things. But yeah, BoYkaH's economy will be way behind. Not only is there a Lotus here, probably going to steal cash or probably cancel this supply. But yeah, BoYkaH's not collecting on 2 trucks. I mean, this is real bad for his economy. And also, ViViD's got all of the oils. He's getting control in the middle. The only oil that's not captured is this one. And actually, ViViD has flamed his own oil, it looked like, unless BoYkaH had already killed that. Oh no, BoYkaH, you've let your propaganda center be captured by the infantry Lotus. Infantry Lotus does capture insanely fast. The nuke cannon here, I mean, ViViD's voting like 7k. You look at BoYkaH's money. Has he now realized about these trucks? I don't know. I don't think he's realized. I mean, he's built the propaganda center there at the back of the map, so I think BoYkaH's just in full focus mode, that he's focusing so hard, sometimes you just forget the basic things and it can throw you off. But yeah, the fact that he's looked over there to build a propaganda center and not realized about these 2 trucks is absolutely massive. There's Inferno cannons now for ViViD. Amazing play. Taking down... Well, I mean, look at ViViD's flow. He's on 10k. Lotus does get picked off. Infantry Helix has come in, and actually that guy there needs to cancel in because it's landed. Is ViViD going to realize? I think it's still coming across the map, actually. Red Guard here going to take out an Inferno cannon. Now got 2 trucks. Flamer comes in with the Helix, and the Helix is actually landed because that guy's still trying to go inside. ViViD still hasn't realized about this guy. He's just evac'd his stuff anyway. It probably saved the helix a little bit. You can actually do that as a little trick if you want to make it land. Leave one spot empty so it doesn't take damage from the gas. That's pretty nifty little trick, but I don't think you meant to do that on purpose. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that ViViD is definitely taking the lead in this game. He's still got like a 10k float. BoYka's on 1.3k. I mean, props to BoYka for trying, but this game is really slipping in ViViD's favor. ViViD is pushing him back in literally the left, right, and center of the map. These Inferno Cannons from range are doing big damage. Nuke Cannon comes in for BoYka. It's going to cause some damage, taking out one outpost. But I mean, even if ViViD lost all of this army, he can just replace it with the amount of economy that he's got. War Factory just get killed. ViViD's now on level 3 because he's got 1700 XP. This Nuke Cannon, let's see who wins the battle. Nuke Cannon versus Inferno Cannon. I mean, the Nuke Cannon should come out on top technically. It does way more damage quicker. Whereas the Inferno Cannons can fire quicker, but they take a while to get up to like the Firestorm. Unless they fire really quick all at the same time, I suppose. Flamer here going to get taken out. There is an army deep in the back of the base. The Nuke Carpet is going to come in. Sorry, not Nuke Carpet. That's a standard carpet, isn't it? This is just a complete decimation. But the reason it is because of the, unfortunately, imbalanced armies. The MiG's coming in now. No napalm needed to take down the Overlord. Poor BoYka is getting wrecked here, but it's just because of the imbalanced army. I mean, ViViD's take nothing away from ViViD. He played like an absolute beast, exactly as you need to, but it is a super hard matchup to win Nuke against the infantry. Super, super hard. So yeah, there's the stats, 74,000 collected for ViViD and 44k for BoYka. So you can see the massive difference. I reckon if ViViD had the correct supply placement in the beginning, probably that could be like closer to maybe 80k. And I reckon if BoYka actually was collecting with the correct amount of trucks, that could probably be like 50k or whatever. So yeah, GG, well played to both players, and ViViD takes this one. Okay, jumping into the next game now. We've got the reverse of what we just saw. We've got Nuke for ViViD in the blue in the north, and then in the south we've got BoYka with the China infantry in the red. So, are we going to see a similar build from BoYka? I reckon we're going to see something pretty similar. That is a pretty solid build order, but if we're anything about the past games to take away is that ViViD is not afraid of doing some kind of crazy build order to go all in, drop in flamers and stuff like that. Like he did in the China Vanilla Infantry game. So I'm more interested in watching what ViViD is doing here. Let's see. And is BoYka going to be waypoint scouting again? I have a feeling he will be, just in case there is some kind of sneaky War Factory shenanigans going on. Don't know if BoYka is going to be waypoint scouting. He is sending his first unit over there, and now to the middle. It doesn't look like he's waypoint scouting at the moment. He's just trying with the tank hunters to scout the map. Oh, he is now waypoint scouting, so we can see. You can see if he is trying to waypoint scout. I mean, it's kind of hard to do some kind of aggressive war factor on this map and make it work, because it is kind of your bases are far away, and you've also got these choke points to go through. So if you're going to do anything aggressive, you are going to be stuck at that kind of choke point. You can kind of say the same about some of the maps as well, like Tournament Desert. It's kind of hard to do it as well. Again, the correct supply placement from ViViD is not in. His supply looks, in general, in all of the games, looks just a little tiny bit too far. Whereas you see BoYka's got it perfect. And I know I've gone about it every game, and I don't want to sound like a parrot, but it does affect your economy massively. And it can outright win you a game. If you both played exactly the same level, and one has a perfect supply placement and one doesn't, you know who's going to win. I say no more. Okay, we've got MiGs for ViViD. They are expensive for Nuke, but they are one way of dealing with this outpost that is going to be coming down the center of the map. ViViD actually going for oil capture, so 2 supply oil capture. But where is the second MiG? Where is the second MiG, ViViD? You need that ASAP, otherwise this is going to spot the MiGs, it's going to unload its stuff, and you're not going to deal with this even half as well. So the 2 MiGs are now out, but BoYka already knows, because the second MiG took too long. 2 units taken out, but is that enough? There's still 3 tank hunters here, so it's probably going to lose a truck, or probably going to take some damage on some of these buildings, maybe even close down the airfield. But behind this, ViViD is doing a good economy boom, because he is getting 3 oils, it looks like. One has been denied, it looks like. There is an outpost on this left that's going to kill that red guard eventually, but this outpost now, is that going to close down this airfield? This is really risky. Ooh. This is weird, man. Oh, TNT placed on the GAT. Okay, the GAT's going to go down. Just move the GAT out of the way, and that would die no matter what you do with that. I think unless you put it inside a GLA tunnel, it cannot be saved. It is doomed. Death sentence signed on that GAT. But look at ViViD's economy now. He's dropping down a propaganda center already. Two MiGs are going to come back out, and there's a more push from BoYkaH down the middle. BoYkaH is also preparing a helix. Pretty similar to what ViViD was doing in the previous game. MiGs hit the outpost, but there was actually already evac there. Outpost here. Is that going to get in the line now? It needs to drop down mines on here to try and protect it somewhat, but this outpost is going to get in the back. If that kills the two MiGs, that's such a massive loss. Because they're like, what are they, 1,600 each? He's going to try and take off. He's chasing him down with the supply truck. He's going to kill one MiG. Is this MiG even... He's got one bullet in it because it takes so long to reload. Other MiG going down. I mean, ViViD can still come back from this. Look at the money. He's on 7k. He's dropping down a nuke. He's going for nuke MiGs. Okay, so we mentioned this in the previous game. If you do get to nuke MiGs, it can be very, very deadly against infantry. There is a helix now in the base, but there is two GATs here from ViViD. Going to chase that away. That's picked off. Has it picked off one dozer? Oh, I think he... Oh, no, he's not. Yeah, the one dozer's gone down. I don't know if the helix picked it off or it is that outpost. But this is the last remaining dozer. The ViViD has saved that, actually, but the nuke is probably going to be able to finish. Is he going to be able to get to nuke MiGs in time? This helix is still sounding like it's flying around. The left and the right oil are still in control of ViViD. The BoYkaH is now under pressure. Is he going to be able to take out that dozer in time? I think he might. He is. Yeah, he is. Now that's really bad news for ViViD. It's because he built the nuke so far forward. And not enough GATs out in time. So that's really unfortunate. ViViD just GG's. Well, I was not expecting that. When I saw the nuke going up, I thought it literally might go super late game and ViViD might actually have a chance at winning. But yeah, BoYkaH just recognizing the threat, saw the dozer, took the opportunity, went in and sniped it. So yeah, unfortunate for ViViD, but is it his own fault for putting the dozer so close to the front of the base in plain sight with the helix and just fly in? Maybe he should have moved it back to play it more safe. But I mean, he was building it there anyway because the outpost was deep in the back of his base. But maybe he could have moved the dozer a little bit further back and maybe built it from behind. But yeah, BoYkaH doing what he needed to do. He needed to snipe the dozer, and that's exactly what he did. Okay, jumping into game number 7, we've got ViViD in the north of Deduso is the map made by Relax. He is in the blue GLA Stealth. Then in the south, we've got BoYkaH in the red China Tank. Oh, it's my favorite matchup. I always mention this. In the recent streams, I've been saying Tank versus Stealth is one of my favorite matchups. I think with the map being so wide like this, it's kind of hard to stop all of the flamers and all of the GATs getting in your supply line and killing some workers. But then again, you could say this map does suit GLA because you can get tunnels all over the map, which kind of is hard for Tank to deal with. Tank is good at blocking off like kind of one side and then kind of charging down the middle or charging down one side with all of his forces combined. Head-on engagements are where Tank is strongest. But yeah, let's see how this one goes. We've got 2 supplies, 2 war factories from BoYkaH. He looks like he's mostly, for the most part, boxing in his trucks. Maybe a little bit too close supply placement there from BoYkaH. Truck on the right side is going to push and try and kill some workers. Looks pretty standard that now, as I was saying before in an earlier game. This truck rush is looking pretty standard out of China's on GLAs, trying to kill them early workers. Also provides a bit of a scout, but at the moment, what has he really scouted? You can kind of anticipate there's going to be a tunnel here. You can kind of anticipate there's going to be a supply here with workers collecting. But he has scouted that there's nothing on the right side, like on this far aggressive flank. Got a first GAT out for BoYkaH. He's boxing in his trucks properly there. Truck is going to try and crush some RPGs and does succeed with one. Is he going to pick off the other one? Probably will succeed, maybe. Ooh. Scaffold. A little bit of scaffold abuse there from BoYkaH, but that is allowed. You are allowed to scrap the eye. Yeah, down the left side is going to spot a tunnel and going to be forced back. The game does seem a little slow at this point, and I think that is because it is such a large, wide map, and also long map. It's just large in every aspect, really. We've got a technical down the right side from ViViD. There is a bunker here. From BoYkaH, technical is going to get deep inside of the back of the base. Is it going to drop off a worker? Technical probably going to go down, actually. Yeah, nice control there from BoYkaH. I think ViViD was actually looking for a dozer maybe. But yeah, that does go down without achieving very much. Now, ViViD has loads of tunnels out. And I like that from Stealth. It's the tunnels that Tank is going to take time clearing. You want to drag the game out as long as possible. You want to get to late game. You want to get to the Anthrax Bomb. You want to get to Battle Buses. You want to get to Jean-Michel. That's the stage you kind of want to get to. And there is a hijacker that's stolen a truck. Oh, man. Okay, it's a bit of an engagement there in the middle, but ViViD actually does have quite a nice hold on the map. He's dropping down so many tunnels. He's got a few units inside of his tunnel. It looks like he's got maybe a few quads in there, but really you probably don't want to be popping them out against Tank. So Tank taking this head-on engagement that I talked about, but the tunnels are the things that slow them down. You want to pick off the flamers so that Tank can't push anymore. The flamer is probably going to clear out this. Not sure when the pop is going to be from ViViD. He's popping a few quads here, and he is going to take out maybe a flamer. Going to probably lose some quads in the process. Going to lose one quad. Faster supply there from BoYkaH as he's gained the ground. And is BoYkaH going to get inside of that building? That will massively help him out here. And ViViD is losing some quads, but also BoYkaH is losing his army. He's only got this little bit of an army left now, which is an outpost in the gap. On the right side of BoYkaH is trying to push, but ViViD is now on the oil. He's also on the left oil as well. Decent, healthy amount of workers on all of his supplies from ViViD. And he's also dropping down a palace. Another war factory from BoYkaH, which is an interesting choice. Sometimes you see a propaganda center drop down, but in this case, he's dropped down a third supply. One supply can generally support one war factory. Actually, slightly more than one war factory. Constant production, I'm talking about. So yeah, 3 war factory spam is going to be coming from BoYkaH, but ViViD does have the economic advantage because he does have 3 oils. You probably would prefer 3 oils rather than one supply. Maybe. Probably pretty close, actually. Flame wall here from BoYkaH is going to take out the oil from ViViD. The flame wall is a little bit off, but it should kill it eventually. Get outpost push from BoYkaH straight down the middle of the map. And he does have chain gun upgrade. RPG's being prepared from ViViD, and he does have palace already, so you can anticipate there's going to be a battle bus very, very soon. More flamers being brought into the mix from BoYkaH. Is BoYkaH going to be able to pick off these RPGs before they get inside of the bus? They may be able to pick them off. There's a big quad pop with the RPG's help. This army from BoYkaH is going to get pushed back and absolutely annihilated, actually. Flamers on this right side to take out a tunnel. Maybe going to take out this palace now. It doesn't seem fully loaded. Only 2 RPGs inside of it. You always want to really have a fully loaded palace in this situation. I mean, it's easier said with hindsight. Fortified structure would be nice as well, but BoYkaH is breaking through and probably going to kill the palace, maybe even kill this second supply. Yeah, palace goes down. ViViD wants to drop down that other palace ASAP. He's got a battle bus out already, though. Remaking he's making another barracks, actually. Does he have a Jean-Michel out now? Because that would be pretty handy to help against this as well. Behind this, though, BoYkaH is actually going for MiGs, going for propaganda center behind this as well. He's got a bunker drop down in the middle. He's got a 4th supply going down. This game is so far all over the place. Still not sure who's going to win. I'd probably still give the advantage to ViViD just based on the army. BoYkaH just hold in this left side. Flame is going to take out that tunnel in the middle, and BoYkaH is fully now established on a 4th supply. But ViViD does have a good hold here, so he could easily just pop a unit and just take out these trucks. There is a flamer now pushing this left side. He's going to probably take out this building. Boyka does clear out the building, get some veterancy on this flamer, but the battle bus is going to come in and help, and these trucks are getting taken out, like I mentioned. MiGs come in now, but without the napalm upgrade, it takes too long to kill the quad, and you do lose 2 MiGs in the process. That's 3,200 worth of MiGs. Actually, did that one survive? I thought I saw 2 go down. Maybe that one did survive. But yeah, if you did lose 2, it's $3,200 worth of supplies. Who's going to get that bunker? Small win there for ViViD on the right side. And with that bunker held, that's going to be annoying for these trucks. It might actually get some hits off when it does a rotate. ViViD with the toxin tractor is going to be trying to clear out some in the middle. Both players look like they're playing a real high level of 0 at the moment. You are witnessing some fine 0 be played. I would like to see this middle oil captured by one or both of the players, though. Well, maybe not both. That'd be kind of weird. BoYkaH could capture it, though. He does have good control here now. But he is under pressure on this left side. He does have the chain gun to deal with these battle buses, because they do take a lot of HP off the battle buses. Battle buses pop on the right now. This is the benefit of having GLA stealth, or having any GLA, really. So they can pop out of anywhere. But with stealth, all your tunnels are obviously stealth to standard. MiGs coming in. I do want to be careful, though. He doesn't have any upgrade on the MiG armor. And one MiG does get picked off. But if you had the MiG upgrade, I'm pretty sure that MiG would have survived, because it only just went down. Flamer here is trying to put down the oil. Something went down there. Not quite sure what that was. But ViViD slowly being pushed back here, but BoYkaH's just flamed his entire army. He's done a DK crazy move. Flamed his entire army there, and all the gats do go down. And I think this is going in the favor of stealth now, based on that engagement. More MiGs going down. Oh, they do escape very, very low. Probably just wants to go back and repair them, but slowly but surely, stealth is nipping ahead in this. Supply there is going to be forced to be sold. The oil still not captured by either player. Battle bus taking out the trucks here. And BoYkaH, I mean, we can't see his supply at the moment. Now we can. He's not going to be on them supplies forever. 9.7k, 8.7k. Can hear Black Lotus. Black Lotus is capturing the middle now. There is a Jean Michel, though. And is that going to snipe a dozer? It will be detected if it goes any closer, because the Lotus and the Gat will be able to take it out. It does snipe the dozer, but the Jarman does go down, so that's not worth it. Artillery comes in on the oil. Supply getting killed. ViViD is on 2.2k of XP. So you should have the bounty. I don't know if he's dropped down the command center and cancelled it like he did in the previous game. Doesn't look like it, so it's a slight mistake there, not dropping down that command center. Barracks does go down in the middle. MiGs come in now with napalm and do take out one bus. One MiG goes down. Ooh, the quad's moved actually onto the firestorm, and one of them is going to go down. A few of them left low, though. Battle bus now going to come in and snipe the dozer, as well as probably the 3 MiGs there. That's a massive loss. He still does not have the bounty, though. Big mistake there from ViViD. He's on level 4 now as well, actually. BoYkaH is in big trouble with these quads and this battle bus and his base. How is he going to deal with that? On the right side, he's trying to flame some tunnels, but there's just so many layers of tunnels that the flame is going to have a real hard time. War Factory going down. The flame that comes out is going to go down as well. BoYkaH's trying to deal with this battle bus. I don't know if that's disabled or not. I think it is. Yeah, it is disabled. Looks kind of weird, though, doesn't it? It looks weird. The wheels are still trying to turn, but then it flicks to dead. It's kind of weird. These quads that were just annihilating BoYkaH's base. Supply now gone down. He's now reduced to 1 supply. He does have the oil in the middle still, but ViViD's now established on this supply. He's also established on this supply. ViViD's close to 3k in terms of money. Still no bounty, though. He's actually approaching 5-star now. Almost some 4,000 XP. Barracks there for BoYkaH does go down as well, and there is another quad pushing down this left side. Probably just going to cause some harassment here, but it's probably not going to achieve much because there is a Gat here with a chain gun upgrade that will 1v1 the quad. There's a battle master here. I was going to say no veterancy, but it does vet up as it kills the tunnel, but that's quickly cleared up by the battle master. Oil in the middle does go down. Oh, BoYkaH, I don't know. You're going to need a miracle really to come back from this, I think. Lotus is stealing some cash. That's probably one way to deal with it. But this oil has been in control by ViViD for pretty much the entire game. There's markets now on the way. He's on workers' shoes, so he'll be collecting from the middle at a really decent rate. MiGs come in, but there's just the economy for BoYkaH. He's going to be mined out there very soon. He's going to be mined out here very soon. He has to rebuild the supply. But yeah, ViViD just looking super strong in this match. MiGs coming in from BoYkaH now. GG.
You are victorious.
So yeah, decent attempt from BoYkaH there. I think in the long run in that match, like I said with stealth, you probably do give the edge to stealth to ViViD. But there's no saying that tank can't win, and at times BoYkaH was having some success in the sense that he broke through the middle and he killed the palace, and at one point it looked like he was even going to kill the second supply of ViViD, but just in the long run, stealth just kind of gets that edge, and in that case, yeah, ViViD takes it to 4-3. Okay, jumping into game number 8, we have ViViD in the south with the China tank in the blue. In the north, we have GLA stealth in the red for BoYkaH. I'm expecting a similar kind of game to the previous. We've got a fake barracks from BoYkaH to start, but I'm expecting a lot of tunnels and expecting it to go kind of late into battle buses again, and that's how stealth usually gets the advantage. Maybe the occasional hijacker will be mixed in this time. I think we saw one before, but it actually only stole BoYkaH's truck. And I mean, ViViD got the win, so maybe that hijacker made all the difference. The truck didn't last very long though. It did just get killed mine out pretty early, pretty quick. Could have maybe gone back to his base and actually started collecting some money. We're going to see a different opener from ViViD here. He's actually going to send a truck forward. I thought it was just going to collect for a second, but it does just go straight forward. But on this left side, we do have a sneaky worker building a sneaky tunnel. Truck goes straight down the middle, and there are 2 terrorists here to stop this from BoYkaH. Is he going to be able to kill the truck, though? The truck is going to run around. Is he going to get over to this right side? There is another tunnel there, and it's a fake arms dealer from BoYkaH. Now upgraded to a real one. And the RPG's here from BoYkaH. Going to chip away at the HP of this truck, but is it going to be able to get in the supply line? BoYkaH now making a tech, and actually he's got another truck now to deal with. It's going to go in the main base, and BoYkaH's going to... Ooh, he's dropping down a tunnel, but there is a truck already here. Is he going to be able to stop that truck with this Terror Tech? Terror Tech is going to go in and probably, yeah, going to kill the truck. And this other truck has killed a load of workers over here. So that's a decent, actually, decent opener from ViViD. He's now on 3 supplies as well. But BoYkaH is dropping down a sneaky tunnel on this right side. And there is another terrorist in ViViD's supply line. He's going to kill another truck. It reminds me of a previous game. I can't remember which game it was, where the terrorist just killed 2 trucks. He might actually succeed. Oh, he just killed 1. ViViD probably cancelled the other truck. And he's actually only collecting on 1 truck here. So whilst he looks like he's on 3 supplies, he's actually on no trucks here and only 1 truck here. It's not actually that great. ViViD now pushing forward, going to clear out this bunker. But once this tunnel establishes here, I mean, how is ViViD going to deal with that? Terrorist here popped out for BoYkaH, and he's going to take out the Flamer. Amazing play there from BoYkaH. Rare to see actually a terrorist pop outside of the tunnel and take down a Flamer, which does in that case. Decent play there from BoYkaH. Despite the pressure, looking like a strong opening. Is ViViD going to get inside of that bunker? That would be pretty nice. Not sure if he's actually evac'd his stuff there or not. Let's see. Yeah, that's evac'd actually. He's evac'd and probably, yeah, he's gone inside of these 2 things here. Actually, that tunnel there actually did get stopped. I did miss that. Must have been the second truck that stopped that. But now we've got a super tech from BoYkaH, and it's taking a little bit of damage from this gap. The supply is taking a lot of damage. With this correct micro, really, the super tech shouldn't be going down until like ECMs come out. So meanwhile, it can cause a lot of damage. Supply is taking immense damage, actually. It looks like BoYka will want to snipe that off, or the dozer just coming back in for the repair. Flamer does flame wall. And now this is a hard point for ViViD, because the mobility for GLA, he can kind of attack from here and can kind of attack from here. So he's got the dual-pronged attack, whereas ViViD's only on 2 War Factories. He needs to be rallying his units somewhere. War Factory from the back is losing HP. A lot of HP to the Super Tech and the RPGs, but another big push here from BoYka. It's going to be wanting to take down that supply for definite this time with the quads RPGs. Is ViViD going to repair it? It looks like he cares more about the War Factory at the moment. He's going to let the supply go down. He probably could have repaired that and saved that, but I think he's probably paying attention here. BoYka has as harassed here as well, but there's a flamer in BoYka's base taking out. Well, he's taken out 2 units already, and now he's taking out the supply and another tunnel. With the correct micro there, he probably could take out these 2 quads as well. So actually, ViViD actually doing a good counter-attack here. Some decent counter pressure. But harassment on both sides. Another supply now going down for ViViD. It's a little bit far away, but with the extra trucks, you probably can afford to do that. But this flamer here is going to be difficult for BoYka to win, and BoYka needs to win this to equalize. Maybe now these quads are out of position, ViViD wants to push this tunnel. He could do, and that's exactly what he's going to do. So ViViD playing this really, really well, despite the multiple pressure on both sides. And I don't know if that's Super Tech. No, it's not a Super Tech. Does go down instant to the GAT anyway. Mines here, protecting that one. He's now collecting back on 3 trucks here. ViViD is trying to push this back, but I think that outpost is a little bit out of place. That flamer does finally get picked off. And now BoYka's going to try and rebuild that supply over there ASAP. BoYka with the pop again. He's going to lose 1 quad for 1 flamer. Probably... Well, I mean, with the economic disadvantage, probably not worth it. You probably want to save as many units as possible. But he is putting pressure on this side. And he could probably pick off at least that damaged truck and then go back in. These RPGs are kind of getting these quads stuck at the moment. So yeah, I like the position of ViViD, to be honest. Because after killing that second supply, that's big news. Killing that second supply at that stage in the game. There's a hijacker now from BoYka. He's probably going to try and get inside of this dozer, and he is going to succeed. It's pretty typical of BoYka to make hijackers as stealth. And that's exactly what he's going to do here. He's now stolen the dozer. Power plant goes down. Some people will drop down 2 power plants, but remember they cost 1,000 each, so I think 1 power plant here is probably sufficient. No chain gun for ViViD just yet, but he is trying to push this back regardless, and BoYka does a big pop, loses 1 quad, loses 2 quads, and now this tunnel here might actually go down. So GATs with the veterancy are actually not that bad against quads. So ViViD is doing pretty well here. On the left-hand side, ViViD is going to probably try and capture this oil. We've got Flamer again from ViViD on this right side. Might take out the palace, actually. The palace is pretty unprotected there with the tunnel behind it. And ViViD is now going to clear up this right side. It has taken a while for that to be taken out, but he is now going to do it. And BoYka's only mid-control now is kind of this tunnel here, which has got a few garrisons, but they can be easily cleared by flamers. But the only tunnel in the middle is still this one. There is a sneaky worker pushing, though, down the left-hand side. Not sure what that flame wall was. Been pretty good from ViViD up until that flame wall. Oil capture now coming in. Palace does complete. But yeah, with the power, ooh, I don't know whose position I prefer. I kind of like ViViD's position overall, but with the power, he does have the oil advantage though. But he could have also sent he could have sent the red guard over here. There's been nothing over here for ages. He could have taken it. There is a red guard in the middle, ready to take the middle oil, but there's also a rebel there from BoYka. There's also a rebel from BoYka on the right side. Oil kill coming here, and actually we've got a stealth tunnel in the back of ViViD's base. Ah, that's painful. Because he did see the worker. There's no reason why he shouldn't have seen that worker. But now with this battle burst and this sneaky position here, the trucks here are taking damage from these RPGs. There's another tunnel going down. Now ViViD's got another side to worry about. Oil capture coming in for BoYka at the top right. Sneaky flamer once again in BoYka's base. Is that flamer going to be able to take out the oil? That will be interesting. Battle burst here now with the quads. Going to take down the supply. BoYka rising to the occasion. At one point, it did look a little bit iffy to him, but now it's looking actually pretty good. He's even dropping down on supply inside of ViViD's base, so really throwing down the insults. You'll just stealth that, surely, and just be able to steal the cash without ViViD being able to see. So yeah, supply does build super quick. The flamer over here does get spotted and taken out. Doesn't achieve that much. Kills a couple of RPGs at most. No chain guns from ViViD, although he does have a decent control in the mid. He does have the middle oil now as well. Big pop here from BoYka, but this is the last tunnel from BoYka. If that tunnel goes down, this army will not be able to go back inside. And I think that with the chain gun upgrade, he would have a lot better of a time dealing with this battle bus. Battle bus is still roaming around the base. Now going deeper inside of the base, but there's no mines to stop it. Flamer does go down. I think ViViD may be able to clear this up. You see how much damage one tunnel can do? MiG comes in, and actually the battle bus looks like it might go down to the hull, maybe. That's annoying for ViViD, man. It's literally on about 1 or 2 HP. And it's going to close down the airfield. That's bad news because these MiGs are expensive for tank. Flamer does get the kill on BoYka's supply, though. Don't know if anyone's got dropped down a command center, though, because they are both past level 3. Battle bus finally taken out, and the quads in the middle are going to take out the oil for ViViD. Those just get picked off. Tense stuff, because remember we are down to the last 3 players. Whoever wins this, not this particular game, but whoever wins this set, the best of 13 is through to the grand finals. So tense stuff. Whoever wins this game could give them a massive advantage in winning this entire set. I mean, especially if ViViD takes it, it makes it to 5-3 at this stage. That's absolutely massive. So yeah, BoYka needs to win this really to keep it even, keep it at 4-4. First black market is down. We've got 2 barracks now. We've got artillery coming in. We've got another airfield going down. The supply has been re-established. Still 3 trucks collecting over here. I'm not sure if that one actually is. Yeah, it is. That was some interesting stuff. He was actually capturing the oil whilst artillery in it, but I think he was trying to bait the quad into going there. So that's some next level stuff. Capturing it to try and bait the shot. But I suppose if the red guard's there anyway, you're probably gonna hit the oil anyway with the artillery. But the fact that the red guard was there was probably just a random chance in the sense that BoYka might pop out his stuff. And he did pop out 1 quad, but just sadly didn't do any damage. Flamer does go down here, trying to cause some damage this tunnel. Poor little village is getting pretty much completely cleared out. ViViD is just killing everything. I suppose that's a good idea as tank, just to kill all the buildings. So what some people do on Tournament Desert actually in this matchup is with the first 2 flamers that you make, just kill all the buildings in the middle to stop GLA getting it. Okay, BoYka with a toxin tractor. We've got the bounty now for BoYka, which is good for him. The sneaky worker. Please, ViViD, don't let another sneaky tunnel in your base, because that'll be the 3rd one. But these are stealthed. This one is stealthed. This one is stealthed. Or is it stealthed? Yeah, it is stealthed. Doesn't quite look like it, but the way you can tell is the flashing on the map. Ooh, ViViD seems to be aware though. Another one here. Don't know if that one's stealth though. I can't tell now. This is the stealth one, but ViViD spotted it. It's building super fast though because he still has the power. A second black market is in place. 2 stealth battle buses now. This is the point. It's super hard to deal with as tank, but the Black Napalm MiGs do take down one full bus. There are 2 more buses though from BoYkaH. Airfield does get sniped, but the MiGs are already taken off. The MiGs coming in now, and which one are they going to hit? They're going to hit this one, but there are mines now out from ViViD. And that does stop the battle burst. So you see, mines do pay off when you actually invest into them. But all of the army for ViViD has gone down now. There's so much scrap there to collect. We can now drop him down another market. So he's now on, what, 3 markets in total? Another market there. It's going to be 4. Another supply going down here. ViViD on 5,100 or 5,500 now. Bus has actually force-fired the ground to kill the supply, but actually killed itself in the process. RPGs are all going to be cleared up, and the big push here from BoYkaH now with this stealth tunnel that actually got up before. I think this is the beginning of the end for ViViD in this particular game. ViViD has now been torn apart by the GLA stealth. This is where stealth exceeds in this late game stage. As tank, you kind of want to win by like mid game. If it goes super late, it's really hard to win against a pro GLA stealth. And ViViD is feeling the pain at the moment. This supply is mined out. The other one is killed. He's long distance collected in the middle with one half dead truck, but his economy is basically shredded at this point. And BoYkaH behind this. I mean, all the oils on the map have been killed. Got Toxin Tractor versus Flamer in the middle, which is an interesting battle. Normally would give the edge to the Flamer, but the Flamer's not been microed at all. The Flame is actually on fire. Interesting. And then, but yeah, BoYkaH's just black market spam is just coming in now. I mean, how are you going to win against like sneak attack, anthrax bomb, black market spam? It's a situation you don't want to be in. I'm sure ViViD is feeling the pressure here. Still no chain gun. I do like that upgrade. I'm going to keep mentioning it until we see it. But I think it's probably too late now. He's not going to be able to clear out these tunnels, I don't think, just with this army here. Because this army, as you see, is GPS'd. There is an outpost here that is going to be detected, but it's just that the quad battle bus combo is so hard to deal with. Probably with the napalm MiGs is one way of dealing with it. You probably want to get him to pop his army and then come in with the napalm MiGs, but he's got a supply in the middle. He's taking the garrisons. He's harassing trucks here. This is a difficult situation from ViViD. I'll be surprised if he can come back from this. The trucks here all taking damage. BoYkaH's close to 5-star now. He's on 4,500 XP. 3k in cash. Okay, ViViD is hanging in there. He's going to take out this tunnel. He's got artillery coming across the map, but there are stealth, quads, and battle busters coming across the map, and this war factory is in danger. Yeah, sure, there's 2 MiGs, but because of the cash situation, he only has 1 truck collecting at the moment. He's not, anything he loses now, he's pretty much not going to be able to replace it. It might be able to replace like 1 or 2 units. The artillery comes in and kills that supply. MiGs are still circling, but 1 is really injured. At this point, BoYkaH is just picking off whatever buildings he can. War factory has been killed. Supply has been killed. Barracks going down. Airfield going down. MiGs come in. Probably will get that down to the hull, but what are you going to do about this one? Super good play from BoYkaH with withstanding the storm. That was a ViViD storm. Really solid play from Tank, to be honest. Really decent attempt. And at one point, when he was on like 3 supply, I would have given him the big advantage. Because he was on 3 supplies versus BoYkaH's 1, but then BoYkaH got the power. BoYkaH's signature trait is getting the power with the hijackers. Flamer does get picked off there. ViViD is fighting to the last few units. He's got 3 gats there. Outpost, so 4 gats and 2 outposts. Anthrax bomb dropped off in the middle of his base. Is that going to be hurting the dozer? Doesn't matter anyway. GG. ViViD throws in the towel. And BoYkaH makes it to 4-4. So super close series so far. Very close in terms of economy collected there. Units destroyed, very, very close as well. So super close game. Really impressive from ViViD, but sadly just not enough to take down the mighty BoYkaH GLA stealth. Okay, so jumping into the next game, we're now over halfway. We're at 4-4. Remember, it's first to win 7, and we're on Forgotten Air Battle. I'm going to assume that this is BoYkaH's map pick because BoYkaH does like this map. Might be wrong, but BoYkaH does like it. Top right, we've got GLA Vanilla for ViViD in the blue. Bottom left, we've got USA Air Force actually for BoYkaH in the red. So yeah, I would give Air Force the advantage here. By quite a bit, actually. I think if you play it super perfect, Air Force is super hard to kill. That said, though, it's not unwinnable for GLA. You just need to play amazing to take down the mighty Air Force. So, going to see a barracks, war factory, tunnel, supply, tunnel for ViViD. Very standard opening. He is sending workers across the map, trying to get all the map control, as much map control as possible. I like this because a lot of the games recently I've been watching, like some of the challenges, like BoYkaH XCal, BoYkaH Fargo, XCal Size. Some of the maps we've been seeing, only like 2 workers have been going across the map trying to get the map control. But here, we're actually seeing how I think GLA should be played, trying to build more than 1 or 2 tunnels in the middle. So he's building 2 here, and he's also sending a worker over here to at least either scout or drop down another tunnel if he does, if he can do later. Maybe that worker wants to go in a more sneaky position, maybe deep in the back here. But this dozer does kill one worker building that tunnel in the middle, and it is BoYkaH going to be able to kill this one. Back home, he's made the war factory barracks, sending the first V across the map. Worker does go down, but sadly the tunnel is already completed for BoYkaH. Dozer might be able to escape. Is there a missile defender inside there? If there was a missile defender inside of there and he got inside there, that could be pretty decent for him. But the V's just going to hide behind the building at the moment, and he might try to pick off the RPGs, but he's gonna have to go back now because he's losing HP. I'm imagining that's a tech RPG because you probably wouldn't be sending it to the V otherwise. Tech RPG, and the V does move out, gets a few crushes actually. Does he? Oh, I think that's 1 crush. That's a decent start there for ViViD because he picked off 2 Vs, and they're not cheap. They're 800 apiece, and that's the first 2 units of Air Force. That's not a good start there for BoYkaH. I suppose he is keeping ViViD busy, and this Dozer here. What's going on there, man? Why has he only got... Oh, he's moved the workers inside. I was confused. Man. I was literally scratching my head there. ViViD is going to spot this Dozer building a 5-ace. 5-ace is slowly taking damage. Dozer does get picked off. Super tech. In place, but again, it's keeping ViViD busy because what BoYkaH wants to do is achieve the critical mass of the Vs and maybe then transition into a combat Chinook because that's super hard to beat. ViViD killed a couple of Rangers. There is 1 Ranger left. It's important about the Rangers because they then can be combat dropped, so you want to try and kill all the Rangers because you get the XP from them as well. Where is that? Where did the Chinook go? Is it still that one? I think it's that one. Tentacle's going to escape up here, and ViViD has built a tunnel over here. So this is the control that you want with a tunnel in the middle, tunnel here, and a tunnel here. That's really decent from ViViD. But now this is deadly push from Air Force, which is the critical mass of Vs just pushing straight across the map. Back home, there is a combat Chinook, so no counterattack will be able to be achieved because there'll be something surely inside of that. But how is ViViD going to deal with this? After that super start, how is ViViD going to deal with this massive army of Vs? And why was he not inside of these bunkers? I mean, it's easier said than hindsight when you're observing like this. Well, I suppose when you're under pressure, it's easy for me to say. But if you maybe got inside a few of those, oh, combat Chinooks come across the map. Oh, that's painful. The tentacles are all going down, and the Vs are moving in. There is 1 quad out, but it's not enough. The RPG's the target in the combat Chinook. Massive engagement here between the technicals, RPGs, Vs, ambulance, everything going down for ViViD. And even behind this, even if all this dies, the next wave will just be so hard to deal with. This is why Air Force is just so strong. That combat Chinook is insane. Combat Chinook will go down, but it's already been evac'd. There's a laser lock trying to happen through the building. Main supply for ViViD now going down. Looks like the arms dealer is going to go down as well. I think this one is going to go ViViD's... sorry, BoYkaH's way. He's going to survive, actually. He's going to push this back. 1V is particularly low. A few of them have got a little bit of HP chipped off them. ViViD does have 1 oil. He's getting the other oil, actually. So if he does rebuild that supply and stabilize, maybe he can come back here. But he has lost his main supply, so he's having to rebuild it. Tunnel is being rebuilt on his base as well. And BoYkaH still only collecting on 1 supply, but he's long distance collecting the other one. Where has that Chinook gone? Because something happened to one of them. Actually, ViViD's creeping forward here with tunnels. And BoYkaH's now trying to clear the middle. Tunnel goes down. So actually here, ViViD has again withstood a storm like BoYkaH did previous. ViViD has withstood the V storm, if you like. But now the second wave is coming. How are you going to deal with this, ViViD? Got quads and RPGs, which is probably the right combo you need, but he needs to pick off like at least probably 4 or 5 Vs here to repel this. He is going for a counter-attack though, and maybe that is one way of dealing with it. Maybe you do want to go for a counter-attack, because if he goes... Oh man, it's a difficult situation for both players really. Like decisions, do you want to go back and defend? Do you want to go and attack? ViViD is choosing to go and counter-attack. Are we going to see a laser lock here from BoYkaH? Because whilst these quads are all stuck behind the RPGs, you might actually see the laser lock here come in. And BoYkaH is actually going to laser lock 2 of them. This is decent so far from BoYkaH. He's going to laser lock 2, laser lock a 3rd. But loses everything now. And BoYkaH is probably going to have to go back. He's going to stay clear in his base there whilst he goes back. He's losing Chinooks here. Losing... None, actually. BoYkaH actually has pulled them. He's lost a lot of HP, though. And if ViViD goes over here and picks off the doze, that might be BoYkaH out. Of course, BoYkaH does still have the production, actually. So War Factory and Barracks are going to be sold. The Vs from BoYkaH are going to come back desperately to try and defend. And these quads are going to be out of position with the RPGs. You want to stay with the RPGs. Yeah, ViViD's not paying attention here. And they're all going to get wiped out. Ah, that's a shame for ViViD. Just wastes his army. RPG slowly taking out the power. He has a lot of RPGs, so... oh, Pathfinders. I was going to say they might be able to take out the Vs, but Pathfinders are already out. Another reason why Air Force is considered amazingly overpowered. Just taking out all these RPGs. That's kind of GLA's only chance at this point. The Vs just like anti-infantry, anti-air, anti-stealth, anti-everything, and they can self-regenerate HP with the ambulance. Crazy. So where is the dozer? I think it's probably inside of that one. It is inside of that one. Another combat Chinook for BoYkaH. And the main base for ViViD is going down once again. Big quad and RPG pop from ViViD. He's going to try and scare this away, and he's going to succeed for the most part. But there is still a Chinook randomly flying around for BoYkaH. There's a command center going down for BoYkaH back in his base. He's trying to defend that just in case of a dozer hunt. He's got a Pathfinder outside of the Vs as well. There's quads coming in from the top, actually. So that's one advantage that ViViD does still have going for him. He's got Palace come in as well, actually. He has both of the oilers, and he had both of the oilers for a while, actually. So quad push here, but the Vs are actually moving out doing a counter-attack, trying to clear some of these tunnels. Quads here take out combat Chinook. Bit scrappy this game. Spectre coming in and killing the oil. Okay, so all of those tunnels close to BoYkaH's base have now been cleared. Command center obviously established. These Vs need moving back. He's going to lose another V. A lot of Vs have been killed in the making of this replay. BoYkaH is now going to come back and clear this. It's kind of like whack-a-mole as Air Force against GLA, because you kind of get attacked from one place, you got to go and kill the quads. You get attacked from another place, you got a terror attack or attack RPG to deal with, you got to go and deal with that. So BoYkaH so far has whacked all of the moles, if you like. Palace is now established. So Palace means buggies, and buggies means quads. Buggies and quads combo. Very, very strong combo to deal with. So this whole area is going to get cleared out, but actually looks like a TT is going to come in from ViViD. Actually kills the main supply. Was that a supply or was that barracks? Not actually sure what that was. I think it was a supply, because does that leave 3 ranges? And that was a power. That's actually a decent pick off there from ViViD. BoYka's on level 4 now. He's on 3000 XP. So maybe we'll see A10. I don't know if we've seen it already. Oil still exists at the top. BoYka's probably going to try and clear that out. There's a mass migration of workers coming from the south up to the north to the main supply. Laserlock comes in and the technical does get taken out. So yeah, I probably will give the advantage at the moment to BoYkaH because he's taking out 1 oil now. Next Spectre will probably take out the other oil. But I mean, these Vs are still going to be difficult to deal with, and this terrain is not ideal for buggies. No tow missile upgrade yet. Pathfinders, but it's just the general support powers from BoYkaH. He actually doesn't have enough now to... Oh... That's very interesting. He doesn't have enough for a power and a supply. So BoYkaH is in a world of trouble. Does he want to... Oh, man, if he loses that dozer... It's a technical... Not sure what's there, actually. Is it tech RPG or is it just empty? It's just empty, so it's just doing a scout. But BoYkaH has enough for a power, so he could drop down that, but then he won't have enough for a supply. So he probably needs to capture an oil for himself, or he could drop down a power, sell his command center, and then remake it. But that's such a risk. The command center is loads of HP, no risk of getting dozer hunted. Spectre gunship coming across the map. BoYkaH's just kind of relying on this army at the moment, not wanting to sell his CC. BoYkaH, oh, he brought his dozer one as well, and that's got picked off. So BoYkaH has no choice now. He can't sell the CC to get back in the game. He's got this, and that is it. 1v is going to get picked off here from BoYkaH, it looks like. This is an insane game. Insanely scrappy. So yeah, it's not like ViViD can go for a counterattack now and try and TNT that, because it's going to be a while before you need 13 terrorists, and that's without the Pathfinder. You think you need 13 terrorists to kill the CC. So you need, like, what, 3 techs loaded full with terrorists to ensure it dies. BoYkaH's going to send some Vs back. He's going to try and get these missile defenders, maybe. He's moving out with his Chinooks and Vs. Oh, there's so many buggies out, though. This is painful for BoYkaH. I mean, how is he going to deal with that? With this sheer amount of buggies and quads. This is a display of perfection from ViViD. BoYkaH needs to do as much damage as possible now. There's quads versus Vs and Ambos, but the buggies are just picking him off from range. The Chinooks are down to very low numbers now. This is honestly stunning, amazing play from ViViD. I think he's going to take this game because just the amount of buggies that he's got, just the amount of buggies. I mean, this palace is on fire now. The oil did get killed. The buggies do need to be careful because ViViD's not got unlimited money. But the missile defenders are all getting cleared up, and there's one quad surviving. If BoYkaH was quick, he could have probably laser locked that. Does kill it, but how is BoYkaH going to win with just 2 Vs against all of them buggies? It has to be ViViD's game. There is no way I can see BoYkaH winning this game with that amount of Vs. He's only got 2 Vs. He's spreading missile defenders all around. He's got missile defenders evac out here. He's got 1 V back at home with 1 Pathfinder. He's got the support powers, so that's one way he can get back into this. The support powers, hopefully like an A10 or something on all of this. He's only on 4 stars, so he hasn't got leaflet. What is it else you get? Fuel air bomb? Or do you get leaflet? One of the generals, you get leaflet at level 3, and I actually forget which one it is. It's actually, is it laser or super weapon? I need to brush up on my general's powers. ViViD seems fully aware that there could... Oh, those have been built by BoYkaH. Decent choice because he needs to repair this. He can't build anything else, so... He could drop down a power, I suppose, to get radar back. Maybe one idea. Spectre coming across the map. But ViViD can just run away. But is he going to be able to run away in time? Buggies picked off. 4 buggies picked off. 5 buggies picked off. And 1 quad. And the technical. What an amazing placement there from BoYkaH with the Spectre. What an amazing hit. Now ViViD is reduced to... Oh, he doesn't have an arms dealer. So he's got how many vehicles? 3? This is where there's support powers. You really need to rely on them as Air Force in this desperate situation. This is insane. Quad pop here, taking out 1V. I mean, the support powers alone probably will not be able to win the game. You need at least some units out. So, I mean, this is probably the bare minimum now. We are seeing an absolutely epic game unfold before us. What, 3 quads for ViViD. Fake arms dealer goes down. He's dropped down the CC, probably just to get the bounty. He's still only on 1 supply, which is this one at the top, and it has a lot of money there. It's got 15k. So the longer the game goes, he's getting more money, but also the longer the game goes, BoYkaH's getting closer to 5-star. He's got insane support powers. This is why you're going to see. This is where you're going to see how powerful Air Force is. So with just these few units out, imagine a GLA with just 2 quads out, or imagine a China just with 2 GATs or 2 battle masters out. You'd be useless. But with the Air Force, you've got scans, you've got drones. You can A10, Spectre, Leaflet, Fuel Air Bomb, all that stuff when he gets the 5-star, and it's just it's actually crazy how powerful Air Force is with just literally a couple of units out. So this is mental. I still don't know who's going to win. I think based on that Spectre, I don't know. I think it's still 50-50. It's the battle of the support powers versus 15k of supplies of a GLA. That's basically what it is. But is BoYkaH's control on these Vs going to be perfect? Because the way it's going so far, he's had the Vs. He had the V numbers and they've been chipped away. And they keep getting chipped away. Does BoYkaH have the capture upgrade? No, he doesn't. Yeah, the Vs have been... I mean, how many did he have? He had like 4 or 5 Vs. And he kept wasting them, and this is like the one went down here, didn't it, to the quads? The game is going to really slow down now, but I think BoYkaH's just conceding that ViViD's just going to be allowed to collect that 15k. There's not much else he can really do. It's not like he has search and destroy on these. He's scared of buggies as well, losing these Vs. Just waiting for his support powers. That's what he's waiting around for. So yeah, potentially it's gonna this is gonna go way long. Spectre coming across the map. And this is gonna hit the palace. It's probably not gonna kill it alone, Mr. BoYkaH. Especially since it's getting repaired. I mean, with the retargeting of the Spectre, it actually takes a few of the shots away from the Spectre. But what level Spectre does he have? It's not good enough to take down the palace. You need to probably level 2 A10 to make sure that goes down. But I'm not sure he has it. So that was probably a misplay from BoYkaH, a misplaced Spectre. Because you could have killed that, guaranteed. You maybe could have killed the supply with that level Spectre. Yeah, that was a misplay from BoYkaH, I think. And at this stage in the game, things like that may come back to bite you. Because taking out that market at this point, this is his only market. Stops any more upgrades, just in case he does have more upgrades planned. Doesn't have worker shoes. I still don't know who's going to win. I don't ever want to fast forward a World Series semi-final game. So there's no way I'm going to fast forward. We are going to watch every tiny little move here. Yeah. Let's have a look at what ViViD's got. It's got a battle bus out. And the battle bus, oh, and the buggies, that's going to probably take out this V. BoYkaH's close to 5-star, but these Vs, sorry, these buggies, how are you going to deal with the buggies? BoYkaH's going to have to engage. One buggy does get picked off, so actually that's pretty nice. Then there's a Jean Kell inside of here, so he did take out a few missile defenders. Oh, yeah, he does take out missile defenders. But I think this might be the end for BoYkaH in this game. The missile defenders are getting sniped by Jarman. And I'm not sure what support powers BoYkaH has got. Has he even got A10 at all? Is he saving the A10? Maybe he is. Let's go in behind his command center.
Our base is being attacked.
He's got a few missile defenders inside of there. His dozer gets picked off. The missile defenders are getting picked off because they keep being evac'd. Crazy stuff. There's another fake market drop down for ViViD, but he's still collecting all that money, that 15k that we talked about. Bit of a game of cat and mouse at the moment. BoYkaH does not have enough to build another dozer to repair this CC, so any damage it takes will only be able to be repaired now by itself, the repair feature. 1v gets picked off. He's now on 1v left, but I really can't see how BoYkaH can win this. Even with the most amazing support powers usage, I'm still sure the Spectre's on cooldown. There is a Rebel brought in here. It's going to cause the capture. Oh, the Spectre's coming in again, actually. It's going to try and stop the Rebel, probably, but the V is getting picked off, and the support powers alone is not going to save him, I'm afraid. The Spectre, is out of place this time. BoYkaH has been defeated. Crazy, man. That is a crazy game. Unfortunate for BoYkaH, it does lose that one. ViViD takes it. This goes to 5-4 for ViViD. Yeah, winning with GLA against Air Force, that is not an easy feat. And especially against BoYkaH. BoYkaH's Air Force is pretty decent, especially with the V combat Chinook. I mean, that was some display of perfection from ViViD. Absolutely amazing. GG. Well played. 5-4 is the score. Jumping into game number 10, we're back on Forgotten Air Battle with the reverse of before. In the bottom left, we've got the USA Air Force in the blue for ViViD. And in the top right, we've got BoYkaH with the GLA. GLA Vanilla in the red. Never actually realized there's actually some kind of scarecrow thing there. I don't know if you realized that before, but there is a scarecrow. Just in case you're wondering, there is. BoYkaH with a fake barracks to start. 2 supply build order from ViViD. Is he going to be going for 2 airfields and going to be going for Comanches? That is a possibility with Air Force. Another reason why it's considered strong is because it can do that. He's going for a barracks and a war factory, but not boxing anything. Okay, that is very, very interesting. This supply placement close to the power is quite risky for a TNT. Because if a TNT gets in the middle there, probably kill the supply and probably take the power with it. You probably just aim at the supply and you probably just will naturally kill the power. But yeah, this is a very, like, outward base for ViViD. Usually you see it more tucked in the back, but actually ViViD doesn't care. He's just doing it in a more aggressive position. He's also sending both dozers out to try and get some crushers. Actually, this one's just going to build a fire base, but he's going to build it more to the right side to try and seal that off. And the other dozer's actually gone looking for a worker. He's not going to succeed in getting there that quick, though, I don't think, because that one is going to finish. And BoYkaH does manage to get inside of that bunker. Some decent opener by ViViD, but sadly just doesn't reach that bunker in time. And BoYkaH has managed to get inside of this building. Kills the dozer. He has gone for a fake arms dealer. Now upgraded to a real one. Gonna have our first technical out, but the drone is already in the base. First unit is a tech RPG. Now, where is that going to be attacking from? BoYkaH is not attacking with a tech RPG just yet. Tech RPG coming now, and the next technical is out. This one's going to be a tech terror. BoYkaH's going to be trying to get inside of that building there, and this tech RPG is searching around, probably. I'm not quite sure what they're both searching for actually, but this tech terror is going to get spotted. There is a V there, and actually the tech terror is going to go down, and ViViD is going to pop open and kill all of the terrorists. Meanwhile, there's a tech RPG, and that is completely stopped by ViViD as well, so perfect opener by ViViD. ViViD showing us that he is worthy of the grand finals, it looks like. Perfect opener, and this could, if he wins this one, take him to 6-4, which would be just 1 away from winning this best of 13 series. Another fire base being dropped down on his base. Real strong opener. Once these fire bases are in place, they're really strong and hard to crack. Tunnel there is taken out. Another fire base is complete. Does have this garrison here as well. Big push now from ViViD. This is similar to the previous game, but he's now got tow missile. So how is BoYkaH going to react to that? BoYkaH has cleared out this, and he's going to apply some pressure here with his quads and the toxin tractor. But his tunnel just got cancelled for $800. I'm pretty sure he didn't cancel that himself. So ViViD is now going to be under pressure here. He's dropping down a combat nuke behind it. So he's doing exactly the same build order as BoYkaH, but it's just based, and he's got based a bit different, and his fire base is different place. But this push here, he's going to lose 1v, maybe. Laser lock comes in. Terrorist didn't achieve anything there either. So BoYkaH's in a desperate situation now. He is applying some pressure here, killing the supply. But it's this you got to worry about. This, how are you going to deal with this coming in your base now? He's dropping down tunnels desperately. He's got 1,300, so he could even drop down a few more if he wanted to. He's going to drop down another one here. We've got a demo trap as well. Terrorist being produced. Trying to probably delay ViViD as long as possible. Oh, Terrorist does take out 1v, and that's actually quite big news, because you'd probably say BoYkaH probably has enough to try and repel this, especially with that V now being injured. It's going to take longer for it to get back to 100% HP. So yeah, ViViD is now applying the pressure with his Vs. Maybe going to take down this tunnel. He's got RPGs coming in from the top. Big pop here from BoYkaH. Does manage to take out one more V. So it's now only 3 Vs. But behind this, he's dropping down a strategy center. And another wave of Vs no doubt incoming as well. Another V almost went down there. But this tunnel is very close to going down. Another pop here from BoYkaH. And he might take down one. Oh, he's going to take down how many Vs? None. Doesn't look like any. Both are going to escape on a very small amount of HP. Laser lock comes in from ViViD. Quad's going down. These V's trying to apply as much pressure as possible. ViViD now rallying more V's across the map. Does need to be careful of this demo trap though. He does have drones though, so he should be able to see it. Just depends. These ones at the front don't have drones. Strategy center now deployed. So when search and destroy comes in, these V's will become so much harder to deal with. Search and destroy is now deployed. Supply is going to go down. BoYkaH is going in with the counter attack. Needs to decide, is he going to finish that supply, or is he just going to go in and kill the barracks, the strategy center? Maybe the strategy center is the prime target here to try and take away the range. 1V goes down, 2Vs go down in ViViD's base. Strategy center is now under big threat. Fire base is here helping out, but oh, Carpet comes in and is actually going to kill some of his own stuff. Kills his own supply, but he kills 2 quads in the process. But this big attack in BoYkaH's base, how is he going to deal with that? The dozer is at risk of going down here. BoYkaH's trying to hunt. I think the other dozers go down earlier. So the hunt does come in. He does kill the dozer. Firebase is now in danger. Firebase going down. Meanwhile, BoYkaH's whole base is going down. Very, very scrappy game on both of these GLA versus air. But yeah, BoYkaH is losing his entire base. Does he have any more buildings? He doesn't have any more buildings just yet. He does have enough to place one down here, like another supply. War Factory now going down for ViViD. There's another quad and more RPGs. ViViD's sending half of his army back. The barracks now going down for BoYkaH. He's building another supply here. Does he want to build it back there, though? Because this is kind of wide open when this army does come back for ViViD. Whoa. I have no words. Demo trap just annihilates the entire army of ViViD. Oh my god, what a mental game again. There's only 2 Vs left with 1 ambulance. He's got a load of pilots, so he could vet them all up to vet 3. It's 1 on vet 2, 1 on vet 1. BoYkaH doesn't have very much. What does BoYkaH have? BoYkaH has nothing. He's got another supply building here. He's got a barracks building here. So it's all going to come down to these two Vs and this ambulance. ViViD is dropping off his pilots. He's also going to probably collect some money from here, maybe? Or is that just a scout? I think it's just a scout. ViViD needs to apply depression now because every minute, every second that he waits, Boyka is now reclaiming the map. He's now getting his supplies again. So ViViD is going to go and drop off some Vs at this second supply, try and take out that. Boyka is probably going to desperately try and drop down as many tunnels there as possible and try and hold. But ViViD's going to go over there with the other drop and try and take out some workers, but another tunnel has completed. Boyka seems to want to capture the oils. He's got the left oil, sorry, the top left oil. Tunnel now going down for Boyka. Bottom right oil is being captured now by Boyka. I think if he just spammed loads of tunnels and bunkered like that barracks, for example, maybe he could just win like that. He's bunkering up here, actually. So maybe he could just drop down a barracks and just bunker it, because the sheer amount of RPGs will just be able to break through no matter what ViViD produces. He's trying to collect, so he could mass produce Chinooks in the long run. ViVid's going to try and drop off some Vs here. But I think the game is slipping inside of Boyka's favor. But there are two Vet 3 Vs. They are difficult to deal with. They're going to take a lot of damage before they go down. There's a lot of RPGs here from Boyka, and he needs to decide whether he's going to hold this position or whether he's going to abandon it. It looks like he's going to abandon it, and I think that's probably the right decision. That tunnel is going to get picked off. Boyka's going to need to reestablish himself in this top left corner. He needs to drop down a barracks or something, because if that barracks there goes down, I think that's his last building. He does have a tunnel being built inside of ViViD's base, and that's going to get spotted by the ambulance. Does crush the worker. Boyka's sending some terrorists. Yeah, I think this is Boyka's best chance. I don't think ViViD will be able to crack that. If Boyka just spams RPGs now and bunkers all this, there's no way really he's going to be able to crack that open, even with the best micro. I mean, maybe with the point defense lasers and the mass Chinooks, if he produces enough of them. I mean, he doesn't even have power, so they're going to produce so slowly. A load of them are already really injured as well, so they can go down pretty easy. But if Boyka just fills these buildings just full of RPGs, I mean, it's going to take some insane micro to deal with that. I mean, they can just be repaired as well by workers behind. If it's going to drop some Vs here, he's going to try and engage some of these buildings. He might be able to pick off that one. He's probably going to test the water here and just see how many RPGs are inside of it. This building here is going to get picked off. Looks like actually that one will go down pretty quick. But this one here, oh my god, this... Oh, the point defense laser. The point defense laser is good, but is it that good? Okay, ViViD is slowly trying to clear the map. But the problem is, clearing that bunker is all well and good. Clearing this and clearing that and clearing the refinery is all well and good. Clearing this, clearing that. But the problem is here. This is the problem. And the longer this exists, the more money comes in from that oil. And the harder the game becomes. So this is the problem. There's so many RPGs out. I think even if you want to play it super safe, probably dropping down that supply. Maybe a little bit premature. Maybe if you want to play it super safe, maybe more tunnels before that, because that isn't a healthy, an expensive investment. Because yeah, RPGs here are key to winning this. I don't think ViViD's going to be able to crack this. It's going to take some play, man. Let's see on Boyka's view. He's got loads in there. He's making more there. I mean, even if he just garrisons that and that and that and just builds a building there, I mean, how is ViViD going to deal with that, man? He's going to need like 50 million of these. Maybe not 50 million, 50. We'll say 50. And even then, the amount of RPGs will probably crack through it. BoYkaH seems to want to build an arms dealer and go for a TNT. I still think if he wants to play this 100% safe, he needs to drop down more tunnels first. And it may seem lame, but I think in this situation, better play lame and better get the win. But he probably... Yeah, he's probably... He just wants to finish the game quicker. He wants to go for a TNT, because if you kill these few buildings, they're pretty much undefended. That needs 4 terrorists. Not sure quite how many that needs. Probably like 9 or something like that to kill that. Okay, BoYkaH's going to lose a bit more map control, but I still think every second that ViViD wastes on this part of the map and anywhere else is all just sealing the victory for BoYkaH. This is the problem, and I mean, it might not be easy to crack it, but the longer you wait for it, the harder it is going to be to crack. So ViViD's just flying around, just having his scout. Probably sees the arms dealer. It's now probably going to be upgraded into a real one pretty soon. The oil obviously collecting $200 every 12 seconds. It's quite a lot of Chinooks out now for ViViD. He could even produce probably more. He's got 2.1k. Okay, he's bringing a lot of them. I would even bring all of them, to be honest. Just bring every single one, because this is it. You either win this or you don't win this. Or you don't win the game. You either win this here or you don't win the game. It's as simple as that. BoYkaH's going to actually abandon the... He needs to repair this with a worker, man. Why is there not a worker there repairing it? 1v almost goes down, but the building does get cracked open. BoYkaH's now going to have to go back. But I mean, if this oil goes down, oh, the barracks is going to get picked off. If that oil goes down, then BoYkaH really is on the time limit. That's when ViViD could win. One Chinook is taking a bit of damage here. The building is repaired, and one Chinook is probably going to go down, actually. Ooh, does escape on just a few HP. Tunnel being built now in ViViD's base. ViViD doesn't got really anything to stop that. It's got a ranger here. But I think that might be the end for ViViD now. Even just terrorists. Don't know how many terrorists BoYkaH has. He probably has a couple. Ranger has spotted it. The V's are going to go back with the Chinooks. Massive RPG pop. He's going to try and take out as many Chinooks as possible. Just take out 1 or 2. Yeah, just 1, I think. Now it goes back inside of the tunnel. But again, it's just RPGs are just key. So if you just fill all of these buildings, pretty sure you can't crack it. So I do think, I'm going to keep saying it, is that supplying the war factory a little bit ambitious, and you're not playing it super safe. More tunnels is probably safer, and you can always build the arms dealer and the supply deep in the back of the base if the game goes longer and you're scared of it being a draw game or something like that. But yeah, ViViD's priority is killing that oil. You need to kill that oil, because otherwise BoYkaH is just going to be able to keep remaking it. Oils never end. It's not like it's going to expire. And BoYkaH's actually expanded back to the top right. So yeah, I think this is slipping in BoYkaH's favor. He's now upgraded to a real arms dealer, so no doubt there'll be a terror tech out soon, or maybe a massive tech RPG push. But now he's collecting the top right. I mean, that's big. ViViD spotted this, and he's going to go to the top right, but we've just seen a technical through there. And there's going to be terrorists made now, so he's going to go for a terror tech on the base. A drop inside of BoYkaH's base. Okay, there's now a massive amount of Chinooks. And ViViD's quit. Yeah, GG, bit of an anticlimax there, but I think, like I said, there was a time limit. It was alright ViViD clearing out the rest of the map, but unless he killed that oil sooner, it was GG. So yeah, massively well played there from BoYkaH, wanting to hang in there, brings it to 5-5. What an absolutely insane game. Okay, jumping into game number 11. We have ViViD in the south with the GLA Stealth in the blue. In the north, we've got China Infantry for BoYkaH in the red. So yeah, very close series so far. Very, very tense stuff. Whoever wins this may go on to win. Remember, you need 7 to win. But I think with Infantry and Stealth, you have the chance to win both ways. I think the last time I played this with Random Reverse, I think Infantry won both times. But Stealth is... Don't count Stealth out. Stealth is super, super powerful. So yeah, let's see what's going to happen. We've got War Factory going down. We've got Barracks going down. Tunnel, very, very standard for ViViD. Tunnel and a supply on the right side. Tunnel being established in the center. Tunnel also probably going to be established on the right side. Okay, tech turret being produced. With an RPG inside of there as well. BoYkaH's gone for War Factory and a Barracks. It's done a defensive bunker on the left-hand side. Okay, tech RPG, probably going to pop open one outpost. There's a second truck now being produced. I thought that was a little bit late, actually. Did look a little bit late. Pops open one outpost. There's now a Terror Tech, and that's going to take out the War Factory. Defensive bunker on the right. I don't think there's any more techs in, RPGs inside of there. Technical does get the crush on the tank hunter. Could have done a TNT on that if BoYkaH was playing it perfect, but I mean, he's just taking a bit of a hit there, so sometimes you are caught off guard, not 100% on it. Decent amount of workers on both of ViViD's supplies. Got Rebels out now for ViViD, no doubt going for the oil capture. Yeah, where is that one going? It's actually going back inside. Tech RPG once again popping open the outpost. Maybe that one's going for the Dozer Hunt, maybe not necessarily the outpost, but he's keeping BoYkaH back in his base by popping open all of the outposts, so that's decent. That's pretty much what you want to be doing, is popping open them outposts. But I mean, if you're just popping out the outpost, he's going to have a lot of infantry, so when he does get the outpost numbers up, then that's going to be hard to deal with. So behind this, ViViD does definitely want to get the economic advantage, and that's what he's doing. He's actually on the right side, looks like he's going for actually BoYkaH's oil.
Prepare to fight.
Does have the capture upgrade, he's getting it already, but he's not getting his own oil. It's a little bit weird. He's actually getting the left one, so he's actually forgotten about this one at the moment, but this one is the safe one. He's just sending a rebel there now. I suppose getting that one is the priority, because that is BoYkaH's. BoYkaH's sending his army there now to try and stop this, but I don't think he's going to succeed. He might actually just choose to kill it. Minigunner, ooh, does stop it just in time. That's perfect for BoYkaH. Definitely wanted to stop that, but he does have the left one there. Minigunner in the middle, taking out the RPG. There is a quad here, just having a scout around, but there is a bunker there. Bunker on the left, also hard to break through. Propaganda center going down for BoYkaH. It's got mines on this supply here, so not going to be any more TTs on that supply. Palace going down. This oil capture is slow from ViViD, so whilst it's been perfect so far, that oil capture is slow. Bunker being dropped down. Pretty aggressive place. That could easily get picked off by something. Like, just that RPG could just go in here and just pick it off probably, or a quad could pop. But the bunker is going to be placed down as a quad pop now with RPGs. Might take down the bunker before it even gets built, actually. Let's see. Bunkers do build pretty fast. It is going to finish, and ViViD does get the XP from that. Technical going to push left. Going to try and get in the base. Probably going to do... Ooh, is that going to be a tech RPG or Terror Tech? Oh, it's a Terror Tech. Could kill the propaganda center, and that's big, actually. Picking off the propaganda center at that point kind of resets the tech. Not kind of, it definitely resets the tech, and now he can't produce any more ECMs. He does have one out, though, and has he queued up a Lotus? He has got a Lotus. He's actually got his oil on the right side now, and the rebel's going to be trying to capture that back. ViViD has taken over the whole map. Just look how much dark blue is on the map. That is insane how much he's taken over the map. Playing GLA exactly like exactly like it should be played. BoYkaH trying to push down the middle now with these flamers. One ECM because they're protected get reset. He's now dropping down the propaganda center again. XP is very, very even. Money very, very even. But ViViD does have more money overall, more income overall because he has this. There is a tech terror, probably that is. Tech terror, I reckon that is. Is he going to be able to take out anything? He's not taking out anything. So that's pretty well handled considering the position of that terror tech. I would have pretty much bet he was going to kill something. Needs to be careful that ECM is only one at the moment. Does clear some of the building. Maybe all of it. It clears some of it. I think there's one RPG left. And now this left-hand side is under pressure. If it's just going to be pushed back here and might lose this oil. Is BoYkaH just going to kill it? Or not? He's flaming some of his own oils. Sorry, his own mines. He's going to try and recapture the oil back. Bit of an oil capture war there. And that's a bad pop. Does manage to save everything though, just. There is an angry mob. And these are hard to deal with for infantry. Requires a lot of micro to deal with them. You either need flamers or you need MiGs. But even if they get close to flamers, they can still wreck flamers as well. There's still an angry mob here. It does have the AK-47 upgrade. I think collecting with 3 workers back in his main supply. I think that's the first time we've seen ViViD slip in terms of worker production. This supply in the middle is going to go down. Inferno cannons from range are going to take down most of the HP on the toxin tractor. That oil on the left did get killed. There is an angry mob there as well on the left. Big engagement now with the Inferno cannons from range again trying to take out the quads. Angry mob is getting dangerously close to these Inferno cannons though. There's a tech coming in from his side and kills 3 Infernos. Outpost goes down. ECM taking damage as well. Goes down to these angry mobs. These angry mobs are so strong. That is literally breaking through BoYkaH's base point blank. BoYkaH's lost the oil on the right, and ViViD is looking super strong in this match. BoYkaH now dropping down an airfield, try and deal with these Inferno cannons, deal with the angry mob. The Inferno cannons seem to be doing really well against the angry mob, but not against the RPGs though. The RPGs, if they get too close, of course, will take down the Inferno cannons. Dozer on the right from BoYkaH is going to heal this bunker. ViViD on 1300. He still doesn't have this oil, man. Oh, what are we seeing? Sometimes, if you think you've clicked it or whatever, sometimes mistakes like this can happen. But I hope that doesn't come back to bite him, because that's from the amazing play we're seeing so far, that's like kind of a simple mistake, just forgetting to get your oil. Terratech there does take out 1 outpost. Flamer here going to take out all of the angry mob, but it's going to go down in the process. Yeah, going to go down in the process. A lot of guys burning alive there. Artillery coming across the map and carpet coming across the map. ViViD's just realized to get his oil, but the carpet and artillery is already coming at the oil, so it's going to kill the rebel at least, but the carpet's going to get picked off by the quads. BoYkaH will be like, he doesn't have his own oil at this point when he actually had my oil about 5 minutes ago. It's crazy. Mix coming across, and the angry mob taking a beating, but there's some angry mob dangerously close to the outpost. Counter attack from ViViD on this right side. It's going to take down the bunker and all the stuff inside of it. There was a doze there, I didn't even realize that. But those is going to get picked off as well. Doesn't want to walk over the mines because obviously the mines from the bunker will do big damage. First few hackers are being produced from BoYkaH, the back of the base. BoYkaH's pushing back these tunnels here, but there is another counter-attack here from the quads in the middle, and this bunker is going to hold that for the time being. Back here, ViViD is preparing another terror attack. He's got 2 markets, 3 markets, 4 markets. He's now trying to get this oil. It would be nice if he repairs that to stop it from the next artillery bombardment that no doubt will be coming. So we've got like 1, 2, 3 hackers, 4 hackers. They're very invisible on these camouflage. Camouflaging with the green terrain, even if they are detected, I suppose. Oil capture now coming in, and there's a sneaky flamer in ViViD's base. Going to get at least 1 market there, I think. BoYkaH is pushing back ViViD on this right side. This flamer, man, is gonna... What's it gonna kill? I don't know if ViViD's realized about that, and I don't know if BoYkaH's actually realized about that. ViViD has now realized, but has BoYkaH realized? The flame is going to go down without achieving anything. BoYkaH's forgotten about it. That's painful because that could have killed at least 1 market. Yeah, at least ViViD was distracted, I suppose, whilst BoYkaH has been pushing back here, so he doesn't want to be getting attacked on 2 flanks. Carpet now coming again. Is this one going to actually cause some damage, or is this one going to get picked off? I think this one's coming straight down the middle and going to hit here, whereas the previous one tried to go for the oil but didn't succeed. That one does good damage, actually, and does take down the bunker, but the guys inside of the bunker do survive. Subliminal estrogen upgrade is in place for BoYkaH, so these Infernos are going to be more powerful from long range. Doesn't need the napalm, really. His Inferno cannons are strong, pretty much regardless. I mean, with the napalm, they're even stronger, but BoYkaH doesn't really have the cash for that at the moment. BoYkaH's going to go inside of his bunker. He's got a lot of minigunners here. Only got a few hackers out. I think we can see like 4 or 5 on the map. Meg's still circling back in the base. This bunker's taking damage here on the left. BoYkaH's going to be pushing back ViViD on this right side. Flame are going to get in and kill a load of workers. ViViD on 1500 XP and cash. Big engagement, but BoYkaH's army is just kind of surrounded by this concave of tunnels from all sides. So these Infernos in the outpost, whilst they are strong, they're just getting attacked from all sides. These buggies from range are going to be able to take out the outposts. They're causing damage. Even with the ECM there, they're still spreading the missiles around and causing damage to these outposts. Bunker taking damage there. Supply finally does go down. MiGs come in, take out the angry mob. This is a mine drop, it looks like, and that's going to force ViViD to kind of stay on this kind of side of the map. More markets have been produced. There's on like 5, 6, 7 markets. Maybe one of them is fake though. Quads do have the AP ammo upgrade. Buggies have the ammo upgrade, and these Inferno cannons are getting taken out. There's only now like 2 Infernos left, and this one is really injured. I only got like 4 hackers out. 5, sorry, about 6 hackers. I think there's like 2 there. 1 there, 1 there. So that's 6 hackers altogether. So it could be worse. Artillery in the carpet now, probably going to kill the oil. That is going to take out the oil. BoYkaH way ahead in terms of XP. He's on almost 4k really. He's on 4-star. Super Lewis. Going to be detecting some of these tunnels, no doubt. But yeah, this game is going to go late, I think. No fortified structure yet from ViViD. You probably want to get that against like the carpet and artillery, because it can be the difference between keeping a market or losing a market to like the support powers. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I missed out there. 7 or 8. We're quickly flicking back to the action. We've got RPGs pushing forward for ViViD. They are going to get taken out, and BoYkaH has kind of won the battle in the middle because he is collecting. That's the main thing. He's collecting from the middle. Meanwhile, ViViD is not, so you could say he's winning the engagement in the middle so far, although GLA does have a good hold because there's sheer amount of tunnels. Jean-Michel takes out the outpost and cut a couple of guys inside. Niggas are coming across the map. I almost said Mac. Coming across the map. Radar van goes down. Jean-Michel goes down, and this army for BoYkaH is pushing back ViViD. It's probably a terror tech. Ooh, it does get disabled though, and there are minigunners inside this, which is going to be able to take out this army. So yeah, BoYkaH doing well there to put minigunners inside of there. And some people just put like one inside of there, but he's actually put a few inside of there, and it probably saved him for that terror tech. So decent play there from BoYkaH. He's dropping down more hackers behind this, so he's got a few hackers now. Got 2 here. Internet center going down for BoYkaH. That's going to provide protection for the hackers and also make them hack a little bit quicker. But then it is obvious where they all are. So if you do like super weapon on them or whatever, it will just kill the entire internet center and everything inside of it. But you could say it's better protection against like the anthrax bomb. Internet center cancelled for BoYkaH. He's actually choosing to drop down more units instead. Probably to try and defend this. I think this holding this is more important at the moment than secondary economy. Whilst the supplies on the map, you want the supplies rather than making secondary economy. You don't want to concede the supplies. So I definitely agree that was a good decision. And then you can maybe drop down the internet center later on. Carpet comes in now. ViViD not paying attention to this army. It does lose 3 units, 5, 6 if you include the worker. Quads, buggies, worker, RPGs. Jean-Michel is going to try and steal the dozer, but the dozer is on the mines. It does not succeed. That is a waste of 1,500 for that unit. BoYkaH is going to try and push back this quad on the right, and these tunnels have crept forward again, once again for ViViD. And now ViVid's going to counter-attack whilst BoYkaH is out of place, and he's going to clear the middle. There are MiGs coming in, but I think that's a little bit premature of an attack. He's going to lose all of the MiGs. Ooh, actually, that one survived somehow. ViViD letting that one off. I'm pretty sure he could have killed both. BoYkaH dropping down a supply behind this. Buggy running into the mines for some reason. ViViD seems to be drawn to these mines. With the Jarman and those random buggies and units. BoYkaH has a decent amount of hackers now, though. He's certainly not out of this. ViViD has a decent amount of black markets. I'd say it's kind of even, but in the long run, you kind of favor GLA. But he's nowhere near 5-star, whereas BoYkaH's on 5-star now. So he's going to have EMP. There's still 1 MiG circling around. So yeah, in this series so far, there is no total domination from either player. Super close series. Every game has pretty much been super scrappy. So I definitely think that both of these players are super closely matched. Another terror tech probably. And that one is going to succeed in killing 1 outpost. So decent attack there from ViViD. And the EMP has disabled actually 3 buggies. There is a stealthed worker here. His GPS is worker, and he's actually going to be sending that into the army. He's probably going to get hope for the splash damage. But the MiGs come in and take out, what was that, 1 buggy or something? Truck's getting sniped. ViViD just has to get to level 5, and he has to get the anthrax bomb. Because if you do the anthrax bomb here, that is going to seal the deal. And if you do the anthrax bomb in the base and kill all the hackers, that's going to seal the deal as well. So anthrax bomb is definitely key here, but is he going to be allowed to get to it, or is BoYkaH going to continue to push him back? These buggies and quads are proving difficult to deal with. Another outpost is going to get picked open. We've got MiGs coming in from the top again. They actually have the speaker tower there because they flew over the speaker tower. So yeah, not sure if they do more damage when they fly over the speaker tower as they shoot, but yeah. Impressive. Interesting that he actually built the speaker tower, because you get speaker tower for free with the outposts. So yeah, that's an interesting decision. We've got artillery coming across the map. We've got MiGs coming across the map. All the buggies get picked off, and this is a very, very even game so far. The artillery is going to hit probably one of the markets. Ooh, does kill one and almost kills two. So decent hit, very decent hit. Still a very even game, but I'd say BoYkaH is still the guy on the time limit because once that Anthrax comes in, ooh, and once the sneak attack comes in, that's going to be super difficult to deal with. There is stealthed workers here. That's stealth, that's stealth. Yeah, just them two there. So he's going to be sneaking in the back of the base, but there is an outpost in the back of the base, so BoYkaH seems to be aware this could be a possibility. Has that got anything inside it? Yeah, it does. Yeah, BoYkaH seems to be aware there could be stealthed workers. Maybe it's because he had the stealth worker back here before. BoYkaH's going to go forward and actually spot both that worker and this one. DoMiNaToR has sniped one outpost. ViViD's continuing to creep forward to these tunnels. He's determined to push forward to these tunnels, and that's exactly how GLA should be played, in my view. Supplies now being collected from the center by ViViD, and no fortified structure yet. I definitely would like to see fortified structure, because I think at this stage in the game, even if it saves you one market, like if you saved one of the markets before, it pays off for itself, because a market costs 2,500. Fortified structure, obviously 1,000, so I think it is definitely worth it. Mines here are going to be spotted by ViViD. He will have detected it because workers do detect stealth. ECM almost gets picked off there. One quad. This is probably going to be one of the longer games we've seen so far. I think we have seen some long games, but I don't know if we've seen this long one. 23 minutes. Not even a GLA mirror, even. Usually the GLA mirrors are the long ones. So the those just get sniped. There's a tunnels creeping forward once again for ViViD. There is black napalm. Dragon tanks trying to cause as much damage as they can. Going to take out a few quads. DoMiNaToR is in the back. Oh! Does he want to do that with the MiGs there? Based on that, now I think ViViD is taking the economic advantage. Not only was he collecting from the middle anyway, he's still actually collecting from the middle. Carpet's coming in. But now he's lost them hackers. I mean, every one of them is valuable. I mean, he doesn't have that many. That's a lot to lose at this stage in the game. Anthrax bomb now coming across. Carpet now coming across. And without the fortified structure... Oh, you see, both of them could have survived maybe beyond the hole. Anthrax bomb. Does that even land? No, it doesn't. Anthrax bomb does not land. The army for BoYkaH just in the right position to stop that. I don't know if that's by chance or he meant to do that. But either way, just stop the Anthrax bomb. If we look at BoYkaH's vision, he cannot see how many markets he has to deal with. He can't see anything. He doesn't have the internet center to scan the map either. But now level 5 is out, and these buggies and these quads, that's going to be hard to deal with for BoYkaH. The ECMs are doing well to deflect most of the missiles, but I'm just afraid the economic advantage is slipping too far into ViViD's favor, I think. Nice EMP there from BoYkaH. Just take out one buggy and one quad. But these are all stealth, and there's still loads more to deal with. This outpost is probably going to get picked off. There's only one outpost, one ECM, one dragon left for BoYkaH. He still has a few hackers here and there, but not loads. Still give the economic advantage to ViViD. I'd love to see the supplies collected at the end. I think it's way more for ViViD. Artillery coming across the map. It looks like a level 2 or a level 3. But this might be the killing blow, though. Because there's that outpost, that ECM, and that is it. There's MiGs that could get picked off. There is this outpost back here. But I think this might be the end for BoYkaH. He's coming in with the MiGs, picks off 2 quads, but he's lost his entire army now. He's only got this outpost back here. MiGs are going back to reload, but the barracks is now going down. This might be the end of this game for BoYkaH. War Factory now going down. Carpet coming in to save the day. Is ViViD going to react to this, though? If he reacts perfectly, ooh, maybe not perfect, but he does only lose 1 quad, so it's still decent. MiGs coming in to cause damage. Does injure the Jean-Michel. Jean-Michel does not have much HP left, and BoYkaH quits. GG. Well played to ViViD. Amazing play. Stunning replay. Probably, you could say, replay of the week, replay of the month. Absolutely epic. Stunning display by ViViD. Look at the cash collected, though. 161k versus 108k. Mental game. GG. Well played. ViViD makes it to 6-5. Okay, we're approaching the end of this series because ViViD only needs 1 more. BoYkaH needs 2 more to win, so 2 wins in a row. Is he going to be able to pull that off with a GLA stealth? The GLA is his army. Let's introduce him first. He is BoYkaH in the red with the GLA stealth, and in the north we've got ViViD with the China infantry in the blue. Looks like he's going to play this one differently. He's going to actually send a forward dozer to build a supply. That's no doubt going to be looking for some worker crushers. We could drop down a more defensive tunnel here on the right side, maybe anticipating there will be some worker crushers, and he's also dropping down a fake arms dealer. Sorry, they're not those. The worker sometimes goes the long way around, so that is going to be slightly delayed, but it is a fake anyway, so it probably is going to be delayed anyway. Doesn't make that much of a difference. BoYkaH seems to be aware there could be a truck crush coming in, and he is sending a terrorist, but that terrorist could just be waypointed to over here. This truck seems to have got through, actually, and this tunnel is going to finish, though, anyway, so ViViD is probably going to lose this truck. I can't really see any way out for that truck, but BoYkaH's almost lost a worker, but the truck's just going to go down without achieving very much. Behind this, there is a war factory and a barracks. Sometimes you see an airfield from this, but the terrorist actually, rather than killing the truck here, is going to go and scout. That's more important for BoYkaH at this point. He just needs to know whether he needs to make a quad his first unit, or his first unit should be attack. In this case, he's going to see that there's a war factory. He might even park outside the war factory with his terrorist. Might kill the first unit or detect that it's mines. And there's actually a terrorist kill there. So this is a really strong start for BoYkaH. That truck rush from ViViD not quite working out. Remember, it's a best of 13, a first to win 7 games. BoYkaH has to win this to stay in it. We've got an aggressive tunnel on the right side from BoYkaH. Aggressive tunnel on the left side from BoYkaH. He's got control in the middle as well, but ViViD is collecting from the middle. He's dropping down in a bunker in the middle. Not the perfect supply placement from ViViD again. That might come back to bite him. I mean, the trucks are only moving a little bit, but in most of the games, he's done his supply a little bit too far away. He needs to get it just slightly closer. Push here from BoYkaH on the right side of quads and RPGs. The barracks is in danger of going down. Outpost is going to rush over there to try and save this, and BoYkaH is going to push over here with RPGs on the other side of the base. I wonder if ViViD is going to be able to break through here. Sorry, I wonder if BoYkaH is going to be able to break through, rather. One dozer taking a little bit of damage, but one quad does go down. Still a terrorist here. It could just go there and just kill 2 trucks, I think. So ViViD is pushing this back. A few RPGs getting picked off of BoYkaH. Another bunker going down for ViViD, and his power is in danger now going down because there's 2 RPGs from BoYkaH. BoYkaH is also getting the left-hand side supply. Where's that terrorist gone from BoYkaH, man? Why didn't it just go here and kill some trucks? I'm confused. The terrorist is actually over here. Power is so close to going down. There's still 2 dozers. It's 2 dozers in existence for ViViD. He's dropping down an aggressive, well, not an aggressive, a defensive bunker here to try and hold this supply. But he has conceded his second supply. So BoYkaH is now on 3 supplies. We've got an economic advantage. Very different game to the previous one. Unusual for a player to get this supply of the top player very early on in the game. ViViD now repairing his power plant. Boyka might try and go and repair this building. Ooh, but the barrels actually do detonate. Yeah, there are barrels there. I think it's actually underneath that little tent thing. That is a tent, I think. Yeah, but these RPGs are actually hiding behind the building are actually just causing damage to these trucks. So that's bad for ViViD. Boyka now still collecting from this top left. He's also got the oil of his own and this oil as well. And he's getting the left oil. Palace already up as well. So this is looking like it's slipping into Boyka's favor. Very, very even series. If this goes 6-6, we're going to go to a final game, which will be insane. Trucks here still taking damage in the middle. ViViD's desperately trying to kill this bunker here, which is being repaired. Oh man, there's an army here actually, and there's a terror tech actually hit one or two outposts. Look like one outpost perhaps, but that stopped the oil capture. Sorry, not stop the oil capture. It's actually going to kill the oil, but the oil capture has already come in. So Boyka's going to try and crush this with a technical. Is he going to succeed actually? Because I think the oil still will go down actually. Boyka with a big push now on this bunker. He might actually take it out. Remember, ViViD is on a low economy now. He's also floating 3.5k. The reason he's on a low economy is because he's basically only collecting on one injured truck there. He's lost some trucks a couple of times here. Flamer doing a flame all the wrong way there for ViViD. Yeah, Boyka's still applying the pressure here. If he just kills that one truck, he's only on one supply then. That bunker is broken through. Could drop down another one. He does have the money for it. And he does have the dozer right there. But there is another quad. RPG is going to take out the dozer. So the next wave, you'll probably say that Boyka will break that. And ViViD will be reduced to one supply. He's on a propaganda center now, so you'll have ECMs in the mix. But he's in a much worse position. GG from ViViD. It's going to go to a final game. Yeah, wasn't that impressed with ViVid's opener there, or his entire game there actually. But again, it's kind of a risk-reward thing. You do that truck rush, and if you don't achieve anything, then yeah, that's it. So welcome to the final game. So we have reached the pinnacle of the semi-final. 6-6 is the score. Next game wins. Tank Mirror on Snowy Drought. Who is going to go through to the final? So excited. I actually don't know myself who's going through. Sometimes people spoil the results before I watch the replays, but I'm literally casting these replays as the players are playing them. So these games were only played a few hours ago. So yeah, super excited. We've got a Tank Mirror, Boyka in the north with the China Tank in the red. In the south, we've got ViViD in the blue, also in the China Tank faction. Two supplies from ViViD. Boyka always likes to do this. He likes to do this more aggressive war factory. And then will he do another war factory behind it, or will he just go for the third supply? So he's going to have the more aggressive position, but it's still the same build order regardless from both players. Super tense stuff. The winner of this will go through, obviously, to the grand finals. So there's a lot of pressure on these players as they're playing this game. So yeah, 2 war factories now complete for both players. Pretty much the same time. The only difference is this supply is more open. And I've seen Boyka lose this game, Tank Mirror, on this map a few times. Usually against top level players like either XCal or Size or someone of that kind of level. But yeah, the way they're winning is getting a flamer here and just doing a flame all over and killing those trucks. It's established quick. Whereas, obviously, this supply placement... Oh, the supply placement here is bad, man. But this supply choice is obviously a lot safer. But yeah, let's see. Flamer going to do a flame wall over here. Not going to do really much, though. And that flame is actually just going to walk straight into the Battle Master, not achieving anything there. First unit. First blood goes to ViViD. Outpost versus outpost on the left. And they're just going to kill each other. Maybe go and get each other's alternate bunkers. On the right side, we've got outpost and Battlemaster. It's going to meet a Battlemaster for Boyka. So far, ViViD is slightly taking the edge. The unit mix here on the right side has been better. That Flamer not achieving anything. Gat here now from Boyka on the left side is going to clear up the left. But Boyka does have the economic advantage. Boyka losing the Battlemaster. Battlemaster's surrounding BoYkaH's army. Flamer going down, it looks like. TNT maybe? Yeah, TNT on the Battlemaster. I don't know if that will kill it or not. If it's got 100% HP, I don't think it kills it completely, so it might live. Might live. I think it does. Yeah, it does live just. So Flamer comes in now, and this is where I'm talking about it being weak. The trucks are going to take a little bit of damage, but the Battlemaster does come in and defend it. The 2 trucks are pretty low. Flamer going to stop this aggressive gap. There's a dozer in place for ViViD to build that 3rd supply. But this is what I mean about this build order, man. It's alright getting this fast 3rd supply, but then when you're under pressure here, if you lose control of this and a Flamer just gets here and flames over, it's a pointless position to be in. I've seen BoYkaH, even though he's lost to it a few times, he still continues to do it. But maybe now it's going to pay off. I mean, if you hold this, then yeah, sure, you're on a faster 3rd supply. But you're sacrificing units, though. I mean, or are you sacrificing units? Yeah, I suppose he has gone for a faster 3rd supply. So he has cut unit production. So therefore, ViViD should have the unit advantage here. So far, trade-off on both sides. Flamer going down. You could say he's got actually 3 Battlemasters versus 3 Battlemasters. Very, very even. ViViD is now on a 3rd supply as well. So it's still very even. Outpost versus Flamer and Outpost. I think ViViD is slightly taking the edge just in terms of the map control. If you look at the map control, he's got loads, whereas BoYkaH is more defensive and in his base. Oh, the Flamer and the Outpost gets in the main base of BoYkaH, and that 2nd supply is going to go down. This game is definitely slipping into ViViD's favor, 100%. That supply going down on them trucks. Look at the XP. Look at the XP. Okay, Outpost Battlemaster mix is going to push ViViD back. The XP from these Battlemasters, you only need to kill, like, I think it's like someone said 12 of them before you get 3-star. Like, kill 12 Battlemasters and that's it. You get 12, you get 3 stars, so you get carpet and artillery at that level. But BoYkaH now needs to go back and deal with this. Like, the Outpost is not going to be handled just by the Battlemaster itself. Needs gats, and that's what he's going to do. But ViViD's also expanding to a propaganda center. Does have control over here as well, so he has a better map vision of what BoYkaH is doing. BoYkaH is desperately going to try and expand back to a 3rd supply, but just this massive blob of units that's just being continually rallied by ViViD. I just think that I don't know if maybe someone wants to analyze the replay if BoYkaH does go on to lose this one, but maybe just someone wants to go back and check it. Is it that supply placement that's going to cost him the game, or is it the fast 3rd supply that's going to cost him the game? I don't know, man. Maybe I'm counting him out too soon. He's definitely behind though, losing that supply at the top left and having to rebuild it. Supply going to be harassed here from BoYkaH. Lotus is going to disable it. Big push from ViViD now in the middle, and this is going to be the moment of truth because he's ahead in terms of tech. He does have the ECMs in the mix. He's got 1 outpost, whereas BoYkaH's actually got more outposts. Some trucks going to get picked off here. Actually, 1 truck going to get picked off. Red Guard. It's going to kill the tank hunters. 1 more tank hunter left. Is that going to place the TNT? Perhaps. When you've got this middle control here, you just got such a big advantage because you can kind of mess your opponent around. Are you going to go over here and attack here? Are you going to go straight down the middle? Such a good map, this, by the way. Amazing map. This bunker is in danger now, and this army is going to come in from the side. Is that going to crush ViViD's army? Is he going to have to go over to this right-hand side? It's looking like actually BoYkaH at this point has the better composition with all these outposts. He has so many outposts. And this army from ViViD is going to get pushed right back. Does this army composition from BoYkaH is just so good. ViViD's army is getting crushed against the side of the map. Maybe I was counting BoYkaH out a little bit too soon with that advantage, but ViViD is falling behind now in terms of XP. BoYkaH is on 1500. He's also got Black Lotus out for ViViD as well. All capture coming in very, very even, I would say now. Both players 3-star. Where is the command center and the artillery? Not carpet, sorry. Just artillery mines. Bit of a trade-off on the left side. Still very even, but BoYkaH is behind in terms of his oil. ViViD is not getting his refinery just yet. ViViD is also only on 1 truck there. Maybe feeling the pressure a little bit. Ooh, that Flamer. Is it going to be able to take down the ECM before it gets disabled? ViViD not paying attention there at the moment. And that Flamer is actually going to get in the base. So going to be disabled now by the ECM. But, I mean, whoever wins this big engagement in the middle is probably going to take the game. Oh, yeah. Did I hear a Helix? Yeah, I can hear a Helix, actually. Helix actually might change the game. If he picks off the GATs, there's only a few GATs in the army. There's 3 GATs. And it all comes down to is BoYkaH going to spot that Helix? Flamer does get disabled. Oil and Refinery is still captured. BoYkaH ahead now in terms of XP. Or still ahead. I think he was ahead a few minutes ago, actually. Sneaky Flamer down the right side. That's probably going to spot the Helix, which is massive. Because if that Helix doesn't achieve anything, that is a massive investment that has not achieved anything. And that is kind of huge because you can't afford to throw that much money into something without causing any damage. Maybe it'll make BoYkaH overreact in terms of GATs, but ViViD's going to have a smaller ground army. He does have an autoloader, actually. BoYkaH also has the autoloader upgrade. Artillery coming in across the map. Is that going to hit the trucks or is that going to hit the army? Some people like to hit the army. It might be hitting the army, actually. Where is the artillery going to hit? If that artillery hit there, it probably would have been a game ender, but actually it's going to go on the trucks. ViViD's going to force BoYkaH back at the moment. BoYkaH has got 1, 2, 3 GATs, but no chain gun. Artillery has killed 2 trucks. Lotus does capture the artillery platform. BoYkaH's Lotus does get picked off by the Helix, so I suppose it has at least somewhat paid for itself by picking off the Lotus alone. Mines come in. You want to force fire the ground to clear that as soon as possible. Lotus goes down for ViViD as well. Both players want to clear the mines because they are super annoying when you're trying to do an engagement and there's mines there. You probably want to think about force firing. Both players floating a little bit. ViViD's on 6k. Probably more Battle Masters, more ECMs is the key. Maybe a couple of outposts. Does he know if BoYkaH's gone a Helix? Because BoYkaH has gone a Helix, as I say that. There's only 1, 2, 3 GATs in there as well. So there are some mixed in. BoYkaH now has a 4th and 5th GAT, actually. So this is very, very even. Who is going to take this game? There's a massive blob of units for BoYkaH in the center. It's still very, very even because they have 1 artillery platform each, 1 oil each, 1 refinery each. I suppose BoYkaH's more mined out on this front supply, so therefore he should have a bigger army. But I suppose he's probably less mined out here because he had to rebuild it. So yeah, still not sure who's going to win. Helix still flying around in BoYkaH's base. There's a lot of tank hunters in this because you count the outposts as well as these ones that are evac'd. Whereas there's not many in ViViD's army. But he does have a lot of Battle Masters though. But then again, so does BoYkaH. Very, very tense stuff. Excited. Did not know who is going to win. Flamer just get picked off. Radar built. No radar for ViViD. Obviously doesn't care about the radar. Lotus just get picked off and a Flamer is now going to push this bunker. ViViD losing this bunker. The Helix is going to come in, but there is an ECM and a GAT there. Is that a wise move? Helix is going to lose a lot of HP. Going to be forced back, and the Flame is actually going to get in the base. ViViD's going to choose to attack. There is something coming across the map. Not quite sure what that is. Probably mines on the left side, but maybe that should have been used here. He does have the Nationalism upgrade now, or whatever it's called. Is it called Nationalism? I think it is. That makes the tanks. I don't even know what the stats for that is. I think it's like 25% extra horde bonus or something like that. I don't actually know the stats, but it just makes them more powerful. Let's just stick with that. Artillery platform now captured for BoYkaH, so this is still a back and forth game. This supply has been killed. But yeah, so if it's got the upgrade advantage, but there is a Battle Master here on the left. Helix coming in from the left with BoYkaH as well. And the supplies are going down for ViViD. Supply does go down. Trucks are going to go down. BoYkaH's edging closer and closer to 5-star. He's now 4-star. The push on this left-hand side. Pushing in the middle. ViViD's army is split, but in a tank mirror, anything can happen. One EMP, one decently placed EMP, can turn the game on its head. Imagine that whole army gets EMP'd, the game is over for BoYkaH probably. Massive push from BoYkaH now deep inside of ViViD's base. I think BoYkaH is going to take this game because of this position of the army is nowhere near 5-star to get the EMP. This positioning from BoYkaH is insane now. ViViD's army is way out of place. Command center capture coming in from BoYkaH on the command center. The command center is captured. Mines placed down right on top of BoYkaH's army, and don't really know. Don't know who's going to come out on top. I think it's still a massive advantage to BoYkaH because the command center is gone. Even though BoYkaH's losing some of his army here, he's still caused the amount of damage and devastation he's caused. There is a helix still in the back of the base that's mined out. That's a mine drop now from... Oh, no, that's an EMP. That's an EMP from BoYkaH on top of the army of ViViD. Mental. I think that's GG, though. The carpet now, because the carpet and the EMP come from the side of the map where the CC is closest. This is an insane semi-finals. Probably the most epic semi-finals I've ever seen. But I think this is edging in terms of BoYkaH's way. Battlemaster's continuing to push forward. This composition from BoYkaH is really decent. There's 2 helixes pushing forward for BoYkaH. BoYkaH is refusing to sit down and take a loss here, wanting to go through to the finals, looking like he's going through to the finals. I'm pretty sure he is going through to the finals. War Factory's going down for ViViD. Everything's going down for ViViD. ViViD has no army left on the field. Amazing play. ViViD GG's. That's probably the most epic semi-final I've ever seen in the World Series. Super, super amazing. BoYkaH takes this set 7-6. Probably one of the closest sets I've ever seen in the World Series. Never mind be it round 1 or the final or whatever. One of the closest sets. Super epic play for BoYkaH. He will go through to face the finalist between xCal and Crazy. I won't spoil the result, but if you do want to watch that, it's also on my channel. So 90k collected there versus 78k. BoYkaH 103 units destroyed versus 96. Honestly, that game, that set of that series, I don't even know how long this is in terms of hours. I know we're approaching like 3 or 4 hours, something like that. Insane play from BoYkaH. BoYkaH determined to go through the final and does go through to the final. Will go through to play either xCal or Crazy. So GG. Remember, tune in for the final, whether I stream that live or whether I cast the replays. Either way, I'll still be posting it on my channel. So GG, well played to BoYkaH. Congratulations, and see you in the final.